GG's The Mouthful podcast is brought to you by goodgame.tech, the most welcoming gaming community on Facebook. Join the conversation at www.goodgame.tech.
What's up, everyone? This is Arnaldo, aka Mad Dog, and this is going to be the real episode 85 of GG's The Mouthful podcast.
GG! One of these times, one of you guys will have to share with me the GGs.
I'll have you know that she GG'd for you last week.
Oh, I heard. It was quite good also. Yes, very well. I'm training her to, because I won't be, alive all the time. Eventually I will have to pass the torch to the younger generation.
This is true. You're already like 80 something, so
exactly. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The voice, of course, that you hear is Mr. Dream Twister himself, David Santos.
I'm back, liches.
The other voice, of course, is Krista Montanez, aka Shadow 24/7. Nothing to say.
You gotta say something so that they trust that you're here.
What he just...
Oh, guys, if this is your first time listening to the show, first off,
we feel sorry for you.
Yes.
You have missed
Prepared to
83 awesome episodes.
84
awesome episodes.
Mr. I don't know what number we're at.
You have to catch up now. Oh, yeah, I messed up last episode. Well, because I wasn't here. So you know what? It didn't count. That was my message. You guys got the message now. I wasn't on that episode. That episode doesn't count. Wow. Mic drop. You know what?
Wow.
Mic drop.
Probably didn't even hear that.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. I apologize now for anyone if this is your first time listening. Sorry in advance.
No fun allowed.
No, seriously.
I'm gonna go back to my. What are we having here?
That is Orange Blossom Pilsner.
Oh, my favorite. I love this.
That's local, right?
That
is local.
Yeah.
Yes, it's right off Orange Blossom Trail. No, I don't know. Somewhere around there.
Someone can see me.
Somewhere in the Orlando area. So yes, guys, tune in to just go right to YouTube, Google Play, or iTunes and subscribe, like, share the podcast with everyone. Even more important, go to goodgame.tech. That takes you right to the group, our Facebook group, and join the conversation there. We'd love to have you, but we're almost growing, and then it kind of gets stopped, and then we get more, and then it's
Yeah, I feel like we tend to grow around the times that we do our get-togethers. We haven't had a good get-together.
We need
in
a
while.
good one now. We need We need to what is it? Stack the ranks here.
We need to go back to Player One or joysticks. Actually, they're not paying us to get advertising. There's just the two local places that we know over here, gaming bars that are pretty cool.
Yes, they're pretty awesome.
If you guys have other suggestions, or places where we can reunite.
Mr. Gilberto, he lives a little bit farther away. I mean, he's about 3 hours from here, so I don't know if anybody's in his area. That said, he has a new location not far from his home that we need to go hit up. We need to just go there and, spray paint the place GG, put stickers up everywhere, and make them remember.
You had me at Gilberto.
Oh, okay.
I go far and wide for Gilberto.
Do you? Because you didn't go the last time.
Well, I had a prior engagement that I was not.
Another prior engagement.
I was in a cruise, and they say that if I cancel, they wouldn't give me my money. So
no, there's no refunds.
They do not.
There's no refunds for that.
Yeah.
All right, guys, so we're going to start with what we always start with, and that is, what have we been up to? Miss Krista Montanez.
I'm
Shadow
surprised you started with me and not him.
I know. I just, I'm trying to keep everybody in their toes.
Yeah. He never starts with him.
I do once in a while.
Well,
and when I do,
very rare while.
I shock myself when I do. So, yeah, no, I didn't want to shock myself today. So.
Take it away, Shadow.
Gaming much, I haven't really done much, honestly. I did play Elder Scrolls Online because it was free for like a week.
Oh, Elder Scrolls. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I heard that game has gotten really good.
Yeah, it's good. I like it. I might get it when it's on sale again.
Would you say, can I play that game single player and feel like I'm playing the next sequel to Skyrim? You think?
I mean, Skyrim mixed with MMO, so it's MMO-ish with Skyrim
elements.
But do you think I will have good? Because what I'm thinking is, I want to play. I never beat Skyrim. I should actually be playing that, but of course it's such a long game. I'm already playing something long. That was not innuendo. But I see this game and I started playing it, and like the fighting is very similar, if not almost the same as Skyrim.
Yeah, because you can go into first person or third person like Skyrim.
Yeah.
I mean, it feels different when you're in first person.
Yeah. I can imagine. Yeah. Let me ask you a question. Is it... Do you have to pay a base price, or you just have to pay the subscription?
No. I've asked that prior before because one of the people I play with had it, and you just buy the game.
Pay once and
no subscription at all.
Really?
You pay for expansions.
Okay.
Yeah, you pay for like microtransactions because that's
okay.
what keeps
so there's no
running.
monthly
definitely
service.
not.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what got me kind of staying away from it. So once the free week came up, I got jumped in.
How long did you play?
A few hours, quite a bit. I had someone else,
walking
playing.
through stuff.
Yeah,
I gotcha. Awesome. How long did it take to create your character? It takes me forever.
What type of character you created?
Yeah, what'd you go with?
I did a wood elf.
Wood elf.
Nightblade.
They
Not just
have
elves.
They have like
wood elves?
runes in their faces and tattoos and stuff.
You can put that, but no.
They look like tree huggers.
Wood elf.
Okay. A wood elf. All right. Is he made of wood? Is that what they think of wood? Or is just like from the woods?
They're the ones that, from the woods.
Okay, I got you.
So it took me, I guess, an hour, maybe 2 hours. I wasn't really paying attention to the time to make it.
It takes a while for me to do it.
Yeah, I know.
The more the more customizations you put in, I mean, I literally have to separate a play session just to make it.
If you don't like it, you can delete that character and start over again.
It's like time wasted.
You know what? To this
I
day,
can't do it.
To this day, a game that has done very good character creation has been Mass Effect 2, where because it gives you a ton of customization, but of course you don't know what you're doing. I'm just making so proud like a goofy looking guy with like a weird nose and weird cheeks, and what you do it gives as you're moving the options, it gives you a code at the bottom. Well, you can go online, and usually there is this repository of people that have made like all different type of characters, and you just look the one that is better, cool looking or attractive, and you just enter that code, and suddenly boom, you have a beautiful character, and then you can just tweak here and there to make it your own, and that's how I made my Barbie Shepherd. Barbie can do anything and everything, of course.
I don't disagree with him.
So,
another thing, which is trial based, was I downloaded and started playing The Division yesterday.
Oh my God, we were talking about that.
There's a new.
It's a free weekend. Yeah.
Oh, this whole weekend?
Yeah, the whole weekend.
I want to check it out then.
Why not? I never tried it.
No,
so,
it's not a bad game.
That's why I went on, because the whole new update on it. And I went in, I'm like, still the same game. But I realized that
very light
one,
in the
it does
updates.
have microtransactions in it.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it does. Yeah,
That's how it
all
keeps
the
it going.
Ubisoft stuff has it.
I've also realized that it doesn't really, because I'm level 5 on that. That's where I last played it, and still feels kind of empty. To me.
Okay, not much going on.
And it feels like once everything starts getting going at level 30, that's what it feels like.
Oh wow!
Because I went down because you have a base out, another social base out in the city, and
New York.
when I first started, most of it was closed off. Now everything's open, but when you go into everything, it says you have to be level 30 to do this, do that, do global events, do PvP.
Oh wow! You have 30 just to do PvP. Wow.
Yeah. So I feel like
So you got to grind out before you even get to that.
Yeah. So I feel a lot of it doesn't start get going until you level 30. Like
It's like a typical when I was playing it, I was trying to see if I could play for the single player story, alone, but
can't do it alone.
it
It's too boring.
It's too boring.
Really?
Yeah, it got all quick, and also it's a game where the loot almost doesn't matter in the sense that you could have powerful weapons, but you don't look at anything special because it's cemented in reality. Of course, if you go to the zone where the PvP zone basically,
that's where all the good shit is.
yeah. Well, that's where you get all the good stuff. But I kind of want to give it a try again. Maybe load it and see because it was decent. I like the shooting mechanics. I like the gameplay aspect of it. The only thing I could not pass was the sponginess of the enemies. Mm-hmm. You'll be like wasting bullets, wasting bullets on just killing one guy. Mm-hmm. That's the part where it's like, okay, this is ridiculous. Yeah. Then no.
Yeah. So,
I mean, it's free. I'll give it a shot, but no.
That's why I re-downloaded it.
Hey, it's Destiny. Destiny does the same thing. I mean, how many shots each character takes? But at least that you can justify that there are aliens. Not another version. Oh, it's a epic human. Which what makes it epic? Well, he has clothes from the Gap.
Yeah, he's got
at least
a bubble
Destiny's
jacket.
fun. You can play it by yourself with no issues. Here, I played maybe an hour and just shut it off because I was bored.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Yeah. It's not a game that... I mean, I like the concept. It's just...
It is.
Because he's entrapped on that... I don't want to call it MMO. But that, like, go here, kill, whatever one, and now get to the other part... Mm-hmm. It kind of makes it stale.
Well, it's not really an MMO because once you get out of the social hub, you're by yourself.
Yeah. It introduces you into it. Yeah. Unless you're partying, unless you're in a party and you're partying.
And you're partying out in the streets of New York.
Exactly. As you should be.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, come on.
When in New York,
Yeah. And it's during the holidays.
Exactly.
Because that's when the whole virus thing came out. Interesting way that they say, like, I almost want to see a book about this. He says how, it was Black Friday and someone put a virus that they could pass person to person through the money. Mm-hmm. Because of course in this version in the game, people still pay with cash.
People still use cash now, dude. I mean, I don't use cash for anything, but people still use cash now.
Yeah, apparently a few of those. Yeah. So he had the story was interesting. It looked like it was going somewhere, but unfortunately, the game itself was kind of.
And yet it's still there. It still has its its player base.
Oh, that's because Ubisoft been supporting the crap out of it.
Yeah.
And I would argue that it has a player base, but it's surely not what Ubisoft would have wished it had.
True, but still, if you still have even a smaller player base, and
even
it's
if you
still
have people, like 10 people playing, it's still showing.
No, it's not sustainable.
They'll need more.
It needs to be sustainable.
But they still have a lot of. I mean, it's not 10 people. They have a lot of people playing, and even if it's a smaller group than what probably when it originally came out, fact is there's still stuff that them, and I'm sure there's people spending on cosmetics or whatever. You know what I mean? So it's still sustaining. Why not? Why not just keep supporting it? So
no, right?
Of course, because it's still like what. Not their only shooter, no, because they still have Rainbow Six.
They have Ghost Recon, Wildlands.
We have
Wildlands. Much,
yeah,
but Siege, they do have Siege.
Oh, and the Siege too, yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Until very recently, when the deals were going off, I was kind of curious about Wildlands. I got very curious a little bit to the point where it might have seen its present in my shopping cart. But then I was like, no, this game is still like $30.
Watch a couple of the past go to Nivel Condido. Watch because what's his name? Giovanni. He's played it.
Yeah.
Oh, he's put it.
It looks fun. Yeah,
it does. Yeah,
it looks fun. But I don't know if I want to pay full price
I
for it.
played like the beta and I was like, this is it.
There's only so much there to show.
I know it's the beta and not the full game, but it still feels like that's how it's going to be.
Well, that's how Destiny 1 was, but whatever.
Hey, Destiny 1 was
vanilla.
Fun
Go ahead.
Before you realize, oh, wait, this is all. I thought I was just playing the first part. And no, this is everything. Thank you.
The last thing I did is I went and saw Justice League at the beginning of the week.
We did too.
We did too.
Yeah.
It is not a spoiler cast, but we can talk. We can talk about at least our impressions.
I'm just gonna say we don't have to go into detail. Let's be real. If you wanted to see it, you'd have seen it by now.
No. I hate that. I hate that attitude of you should have seen it by now.
Realistically. I'm still gonna say we'll start spoilers at this point, and we'll do it for like 5 minutes or something like that.
You want to put the clock then?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
What if we don't have 5 minutes to talk? You want to make it 3 minutes?
No. Well, first off, just without spoiling anything, what was your impressions of it? Chris
It was all
Tucker.
right.
Oh, okay. It was all right.
Not
Okay.
very memorable, honestly. And I feel like DC
Extremely
does that a
memorable, yeah.
lot with their live action, but their animated series are
the
awesome.
best. Oh my God! It's
But their
like, how
live
can you
action
cannot-
is like, why
Yeah.
is it so bland?
Are they the best, or they just nothing else?
No, they're really
They're really
freaking
good?
good.
No,
Oh,
they're
yeah.
really good.
Oh, yeah.
He has a few. I
have
usually
a
borrow them
bunch of
like
them.
all the time.
And they are some of the best.
I
in
might not have
animation.
seen the best. I saw the one with the Joker.
That's not the best.
And that was like,
actually, here's. We mentioned that before. It's called.
what's it called?
It's the Killing Joke.
The Killing Joke. Yeah.
The problem with that one
It
was
was
this.
super hyped.
Because
when it came
it's
out.
such a good story. It's
Yeah.
like one of the best Batman stories. The problem is it doesn't translate well to animation or
animation,
film if
yeah.
you were trying to film it. It's literally meant to be it's a product that's meant to be read
Mm-hmm.
because there's more appreciation behind it. When certain things get said that you know are not said because
They're thinking
they're
about
thinking
it.
about
Yeah.
it. It suddenly just sounds corny than anything else, and
Oh,
that's what I
yeah.
got a lot of out
Yeah.
of that. That's a poor example. I agree. It's not. It's
Yeah.
definitely not it. That one's.
No,
I own
no.
it. I saw it that first time.
Yeah,
I saw it
same
again.
here,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, but that said, there's a buttload that are way better than that. So,
A lot of
yeah.
them.
So,
And we're gonna have to.
Justice League,
Movie
Mr.
Justice League.
marathon.
Huh?
I said
There's-
movie marathon. Of
Yeah.
all the
Yeah,
animated
there you go.
ones.
Yeah. I was very disappointed with it. I gotta admit, I came in with hopes that it was gonna be at least as entertaining as Wonder Woman was.
No, see, I didn't do that. I
Well,
was still like, it's all right.
You were setting yourself up for failure.
I guess I was setting myself for. Well, I figured, but no, yeah, it was like. I did not. Are we going into spoilers?
No, not yet. Just
Okay.
overall, yeah.
So overall, yeah. I did not care for if this is the team that they're making, like none of them jive together. Like Soup is the only one that I mostly care about, and it's because I like the actor that plays him. As in the role of Superman, not the actor itself. Like, I don't know
He's a
many
good
movies of him.
Superman.
He's a good Superman. Yeah. But then we have the complete opposite. We have a terrible Batman. Oh my God, it's awful.
So bad.
You
It
know,
is so freaking bad.
it was so terrible. And I feel like even here, Wonder Woman just went back to. Oh, just hit me more. I like it. Almost
think
kind
so?
of like, well, she'll be getting beaten, and then the camera will stop on her face, and she'll have the smile, like, yeah, give me more. It almost,
Sir, I think
it's like Batman versus Superman did the same thing.
I remember that.
You remember that? So,
I remember
you know
that
I'm
thing.
not BSing.
And I was just I know, but I didn't see it in Justice.
Oh, you didn't see it? Oh, I
saw
kinda
it
noticed
in
it.
that one.
Well-
And I was just like in Batman vs Superman. I was just like, why is she like? I don't know. She's like getting off and
she's
getting smacked
taking-
around
she's,
by
like,
Doomsday.
enjoying
What the hell?
it.
This is so
Yeah.
crazy.
So and then there was Aquaman was good, but he didn't have enough.
Yeah,
Screenplay
they
on it.
cut
Yeah, they-
almost all of his stuff out, and I was quite
Yeah,
disappointed.
and even his background, the little bit that they show of his like background, like Atlantis or whatever, it didn't really show anything.
No.
No, it just showed that.
Yeah,
And
just
that's
that
it.
just that particular scene, not too long. And again, it's a movie that tries to say a lot in as little time as possible.
Yeah, that's the
And-
problem. That's
Yeah,
the
that is
issue.
the- that's- yeah,
And I hate
that's-
to say this.
Yeah.
I really hate to
Yeah.
compare. Well, so real quick, my overall thoughts are simple.
And the Flash was great. Okay, that's it. Go.
And the what? And the Flash was great.
Flash
Okay.
was
My overall
He
thoughts
was
are
like the
simple.
best one there. Come on.
I see. I can't agree with that statement, but my overall thoughts are simple. I have no hate towards DC. I feel like I need to say this every time because I get labeled, "Oh, you're just hating because you like Marvel." Like, no,
Yeah, you're
I
a
have been a
Marvel
DC person way before any of the Marvel stuff started to take off. You know what I mean? So no, this is the movie that I've been waiting since forever to see.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially when I first heard that they were making a Justice League. Not this Justice League. They were making another one that never came to be. I was like, holy crap, it's happening. It's happening, people. Never came to fruition. Whatever. We get this one instead. God knows what the other one would look like. Here's the problem with this movie. It's so mediocre. It is so average.
Yeah.
It is so
it was supposed to be
boring.
Okay, this is the coming of all the heroes,
Yes.
these heroes,
And-
or the main, the core, basically.
The
combined,
group.
and it's like, oh no,
It's not. It's
you guys
the
are no
characters don't make any sense. It's and you can tell. You know that there were reshoots. This is not a spoiler. This is not.
right.
Everybody knows that there were reshoots that were done. It feels like they did a hard correction to the other way. You know what I'm saying? It was like, oh, DC's being too, dour and too serious, whatever. So
But
now they went
that's
the other
DC.
way. Yeah, but then they it feels like they completely changed it. Batman is now a comic relief character. You know, and I'm like, why? He's never been that. You know what I mean?
Nope.
Yeah, they showed a lot of comic relief through that.
Flash, I understood. Flash was younger. I didn't like his humor, but I understood the character. I understood. I didn't find him funny, but I can understand anyone who did.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying? I
I
understand
like it a
him
lot
funny.
better than Spider-Man. I'll tell you that right now.
We're not even getting into that.
Right
statement,
now,
so.
I'll tell you.
You only saw
Not even
once.
a little bit. Anyway, the Aquaman was to me the coolest one of all,
Yeah, he
but
was.
unfortunately we didn't get to
Not
see a
enough-
lot of them.
not enough
So
screenplay.
you weren't able to judge how he how the actor
Correct, yeah.
actually was, because we've seen him in many things.
Yeah,
most
definitely,
of
yeah.
all Game of Thrones, and he was good.
Hell
But
yeah, it was good.
We
when
can
I saw
judge
heard that.
his Aquaman because they cut most of his stuff out. I'm like, you
Yeah.
showed everyone else.
And we don't get to see much
But
of
not
him,
him.
so you don't know what they go into a little bit as to what his thoughts, what he's trying to do, why he's doing what he's doing. They don't really go into much character development on his end. The Cyborg.
I was gonna say
was not even.
We're
I
going
was
over
not even.
5 minutes without talking about Cyborg. He's like
Cyborg-
the most forgettable of them all.
The funny thing is, I
he
was
is.
interested in what his issue was, and
Yeah.
I liked the fact that they were kind of going with the whole when he was hooded and he was like what do you call it, Frankenstein, like a Frankenstein a thing for him. So I appreciated that. His look though was not
Yeah,
good.
it was not
too
great. It was
yeah.
not great.
CGI.
Very very CG. I was
Yeah.
like this looks like all CG. You know what I mean?
It
Like,
looked awful.
yeah, it was pretty. And then of
My
course the
wife
villain.
was saying it almost looked like lower budget than
Yes.
Batman versus Superman.
It
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
And it's not, by the way.
No.
Compared to the trailer, though, because the trailer looked
It looked bad in the
It
trailer.
looked-
Yeah.
The first saw in the trailer. I was like, "That's fine. They'll fix it,
They'll
and
fix it.
post and all this shit."
Now it
no,
still looks bad.
That said, here's something that you may not even know of. By the way, Henry Cavill's mustache in a couple scenes had to be digitally removed. Right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I know.
I
You
spent
saw the
entire
smoothness.
movie
Trying to capture- trying to
looking
see
at
where
his
he was.
upper lip. I was like,
Bad.
"What the hell?"
You can see they should have
That
left
is
at least a
horrible.
little stub or something, but it's smooth.
It's
like you
like
can
super
tell.
smooth, yeah.
And you can. There's. I mean, it's not in all the scenes. There's a few scenes that they had to reshoot. $70 million, by the way, they have to spend on these additional scenes.
Wow.
So that put the budget overall, that this doesn't even include advertising, about $300 million
Wow.
total for this film. So no, it's not low budget. It
not
just
low
looks
budget.
low budget.
Yeah. The whole movie had a feel, a straight to video feel. It mainly because of the. I
agree.
Even
I don't think
even
it's
the
gonna
bad
last
guy.
very long
Even the
in the
bad
theaters.
guy was such a bore. It's like there was one scene at the beginning where it was good. Everything else was like, oh my goodness! Like I want there was, and the scene in the future they didn't even took a moment to show him. It was like, oh, this needs to be taken. He goes in. A ray of light comes in, takes what needs to be taken, and disappears. It doesn't even show.
We're gonna real quick, guys. We're just gonna go into a 5-minute. Let's set a timer here for 5 minutes, and we're going to spoil the shit out of this movie, just for those people who don't even want to go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean.
5 minutes. Start. Oh, you got it.
Yeah, I got it. Ready?
Okay,
I'm
ready?
starting it now.
And okay.
Spoiler warning.
All right. Spoiler warning. We are in spoilers.
We're a spoiler.
What the hell is wrong with this Batman, dude?
This Batman.
This
don't
Batman.
know.
Explain to me, what is the main mission? We need to keep these mother boxes away from Steffendorf or whatever the hell his name is.
Steppenwolf.
Steppenwolf.
Steppenwolf. Yeah.
Steppenwolf.
Stephen Wolf.
Stephen Wolf.
Yeah.
We need to keep these
Stephen
mother
Wolf.
boxes away from him, right? That is like
This
our main
motherfucker
mission.
is out of Stephen Wolf.
Yes. We need to keep this away from him. Otherwise, he's going to mess everything up. They get it from literally an army of Amazons die
Yeah.
trying to keep it. He still gets it. A bunch of people in Atlantis die. He still gets it.
You know what's still stupid? The last one.
Thank you.
He
the
throws
last
it.
one. No, they
It was
resurrect
thrown.
him, right? And then once they're met, by the way, the resurrection of Superman.
The resurrection was the most
terrible.
ridiculous thing.
It was so like
It
completely
could have
like,
been done better. A lot
Just-
better.
much better.
Horrible.
It was super anticlimactic.
It was
there was
ridiculous.
nothing. Yeah.
Then the fight happens, and this honestly, I honestly think that that entire resurrection scene had more to do with what do you call it? With having these guys fight it out.
Uh-huh.
Okay, Superman fighting, Wonder Woman fighting. That was the purpose of all that.
Yeah.
Okay, that happens. No one's watching the box. No one's watching
exactly.
the mother box.
Hey, by the
God
way-
knows where that thing is.
Yeah.
The thing that we need to keep away from Stephen whatever. They've left it out somewhere.
At least Flash would have gone and get it because
And
he's
just
fast
run.
enough.
And just run. Like the moment you see him.
He's smart,
out,
so he
yeah.
would have known. Oh wait, the box.
And what the hell are the mother boxes anyway? I feel like
I think I know what they're doing.
DC needed an
MacGuffins.
answer
I
for
think I know why
the
they
Infinity
tried-
Stones.
That's why I think they're trying to copy.
It's
Marvel
ridiculous.
bit.
It's super cliche. And then we gave one of the boxes to the realm of the Atlantis, and we gave the other one to the
like the
realm of
rings,
the
yeah.
Amazon. It's like the rings, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like
The
come
minute
on.
I saw it, I'm just like, the way he said, "Oh, it has a lot of power." I'm like, these are Infinity Stones.
No,
These are
it
the-
has a
Not
lot of
even
power.
trying.
And then what do? They destroy it in the end. I'm like, if you can destroy this, why didn't you destroy the box when you had it?
Yeah.
You know, whatever. It's like if it could just be destroyed.
Exactly.
You know what
Why do you have to go through the
also
process of hiding them?
Confused. Cyborg's made from the mother box.
Yeah. He's like connected to it.
How?
Oh,
That's what I'm wondering.
that was in
Unless
Batman
it's
vs
a-
Superman.
that's
He
what-
He
No,
used the
I
mother
didn't
box
see
to resurrect his son.
Oh yeah,
Essentially.
Gotcha,
Yeah,
yeah.
see, I didn't see that.
Yeah, so that's where that came. That's why he's connected to them. So that kind of makes sense.
It is, but I expected him to go full on rage mode, but I guess not.
Oh
No, you
no,
never-
no. Well, the Superman tried to, and then
For a little bit,
For
and
a little bit.
that was a glint of hope. There's gonna be a badass portion of
No,
nothing.
All of a sudden, the funny thing is,
He just left. He
it
just picked up and
just
left.
yeah, that was the other thing. They were like, "Hey, if we need to, we'll bring in the big guns. When we resurrect them, something happens, we'll bring in the big guns." I don't know. I'm thinking the big gun is kryptonite, right?
Kryptonite,
It
yeah.
has to be it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's
Lois
Lois
Lane.
Lane. So it's like, so this was your big gun because if he sees her, everything will be fine.
Yeah, that's his
expected-
Martha. That's the Martha moment. Again, they gave us the Martha moment.
Why not start with that?
Yes, exactly.
Why not? Hey,
Because-
calm down. You're
Yeah.
back. Look, it's Lois. Hug her. You know what I mean?
Use her
what's funny?
use her as a human shield if you have
Yeah.
to. It's like
You know, it's funny because like when he saw, I expected him to hurt her. That's why that was my immediate
oh.
action. That I get big
Yeah.
gun, but like he's still in a mindset where he's not there. So I expect even if he sees her, he
may
probably
hurt her.
recognizes that
That is,
who it
if
is.
there's one thing, well,
but,
I
you know,
agree.
attack her.
There's one thing that he does. Just really think about Man of Steel. Think about Superman versus Batman, which you have not seen.
Man
That's
of Steel
okay.
was a good one.
all right.
How often is she in danger? She should be the other side of the damn world.
Yeah.
All right. He is there for her.
there, yeah.
It's just like, you know what? No, there was no way I agree. That could have been in their mind thinking that we got 30 seconds left.
Yeah. All right. Wrap it
So
up.
let's just wrap it up. Basically, it's mediocre as all hell.
Yeah.
I
You don't have to go
don't recommend it.
No.
You know.
If you haven't seen Thor, go with that
I don't
instead.
even want to see if they make a second because they still got to show Green Lantern and Martian Manhunter and Hawkgirl, Hawkeye.
That's even if they do, because they were going to do a Justice League 2. This was going to be 2 movies. They already, because
Botched
of
the
this, they're
first
like
one.
they
Yeah.
just start. Oh, there's no Justice League 2. That they're rearranging stuff. It's like
Yeah.
Jesus, pick a
Yeah,
path and
yeah,
walk it,
yeah.
will you?
Not only that, it makes me
All right, we're
worry for.
Okay, we're
No more spoilers from
no
here
more
on.
spoilers
Yeah.
from here
It's
on.
not going to be a spoiler, but it makes me worry because DC's thinking of doing a live action Teen Titans, and it makes me worry for it.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
almost
I
like,
saw
okay.
images of Robin. He looks pretty cool.
He's
I'm not gonna lie.
Nightwing, though, right? Isn't he?
Who?
Dressed up as Nightwing, right? Or no?
Maybe he was Nightwing. I don't know. It looked like Robin, but I know either one of the two. The point is, I was excited for that.
Yeah.
I'm less excited. I was excited because after Wonder Woman, I was like, okay. While I still think Wonder Woman is a 7 at best, it's not a bad movie. It's just it has a lot of problems too. But when you compare it to the other ones, it's amazing.
It was better,
yeah,
yeah.
you know what I mean. So here I'm thinking, oh man, they got this. You know, they got this. No,
They're
they don't
picking it
got
up.
this.
Yeah.
You know,
There are people that believe they did. Like I was.
No, I know.
I put the Angry Joe
Review?
you know, he does the reviews, and I was expecting him to tear this movie down, and he was like super up on it. I was
another
like, really?
another thing that a lot of people probably ran into, and that is low expectations. They're probably going, oh, who knows? This is probably gonna be just shit like the last one, and they go in and go, you know, it wasn't as bad.
It wasn't Suicide Squad.
Yeah. Oh God.
Like I
Suicide
said,
Squad.
as long as it's not bad.
It's
all right.
Yeah. So no, I don't recommend it. I don't know if anybody else recommends it, but that's what. By the way, that was my one. What I've been doing because I've just been playing whatever. So do you have anything else, sir?
No. Finish off. You've been playing something else.
What?
Horizon.
Yes, I mentioned that last week. I'm still playing.
Oh, okay. Okay, so he's playing. Oh, okay, so it's my turn.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So, we already talked about Justice League, which was gonna be my entry, but that's
Sorry
that's
about
fine.
that. We all
that's
saw
fine.
it.
We all saw it. Which is good.
That is good,
We
yeah.
we needed an outing for that. You know, we've been saving that since last week.
Jesus.
So no, I've been playing Zelda a whole lot, enjoying it quite a bit. I think this is the perfect moment
Did you
to
get
dig
a
into it.
Switch?
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't know?
Oh,
Oh,
No.
I'm sorry. So I got a Switch, and I surprised him. I got it like a week before, and before the podcast, I had already beaten Super Mario Odyssey. So my impressions, Super Mario is fantastic. Zelda is going. Oh, and I bought games for it already. I got Wonder Boy.
On the store?
What's it called? Yeah, Dragon. Oh my God, what's it called? The Dragon Strap. Dragon Strap.
I don't really know the indies on there.
Oh, it looks beautiful. That game looks good.
Because
you gotta
my
check it out.
older brother has it, and I played it a few times, but I wasn't able to see the.
Oh, the
store.
indies. Okay, so that one's there. That one's really good. I got a copy of Xenoblade, which I haven't opened because
Xenoblade Chronicles.
Xenoblade Chronicles. Yeah, that's gonna be the next one. I'm gonna sink my teeth into like full stop. Full go.
We won't see him for weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's the cool thing.
Well, actually, you're not gonna see him for a few weeks now.
I have been
Zelda,
I have been going to like sometimes even in bed, like I'll be I'll sleep and I'll start hearing my wife snoring and I'm like, this is the moment. I'll pull out my Switch and I'll start playing. I'm sorry, honey.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
That's hilarious.
You know what's good though is that I got to play it handheld and it still looks good. It's about maybe 20, 30 frames per second on handheld.
On
it still
handheld?
looks on handheld.
It's only 30 frames per second.
What?
I think-
What the game? No. Well,
No, on handheld.
That's
On
what
the
I mean, on
TV,
the handheld.
it's more. Obviously,
yeah.
wow, I
Well,
didn't know that.
depending on
from
what
what I
game.
looked, I was playing Zelda.
No. Okay, so Zelda. Okay, so to clarify, Zelda runs. There hasn't been a game that has that level of division. You know, there's 30 here, 60 there. No, Mario is full 60. Whether docked or
It's
or
a
handheld.
resolution.
Odyssey.
Yeah, the resolution is what you talk about. But it's not noticeable because the screen
it's
is
a little
small.
thing, yeah.
Yeah, so it's not a problem. And Zelda is one of the rare Nintendo games that don't run at 60; it runs at 30. And to be honest, it has areas here and there where you notice
hiccups.
a little bit of choppiness of hiccup.
I remember when I
it's not
first
bad.
when I first saw gameplay for it. That was the first. Remember, I think we even said it's like
It's like
there's some choppiness that I think I
there's
remember
rough.
seeing it. Yeah,
But
so I
dude,
was wondering.
that world is
Well,
so.
they've been cleaning it up lately with its updates.
That world is so ridiculously alive. Like you can go, you can see miles and miles, out, and you see stuff happening, from there, and you're thinking like, man, somehow the computer is calculating all the stuff that is happening, like way over there in the distance. Even if I can't barely see what's going on, there is something going on
over there.
there, and the game doesn't stop giving you like cool surprises like that. It is it is one of those games. It's super difficult in the sense of, well, I shouldn't say super difficult. I should say
in the sense of your weapons
it's challenging.
breaking.
Yeah, well, that part is crap. But we talked about that already.
That is
The
annoying.
weapons.
I will. So it's still as annoying as ever because you don't feel powerful when your weapons are freaking breaking every 2-3 hits almost.
Especially the more higher quality ones.
They still break.
Yeah, the ones
they
that
still
look
break.
cool. You don't want them to break, but yep, there they go.
They're the ones that you
So-
don't want to use often
Wait,
unless you really
is there a
need
way
to.
of repairing?
No.
No, you
as far as I know.
you just keep getting weapons from stuff that you kill, and of course because you're killing harder and harder stuff, you're getting
I
better
would
and
hope
better
there was
weapons.
a way that
So
you
it's
could
almost like
repair stuff because you can make food. But
you can make
I was hoping you
all
could repair.
kinds of food, and I
Yeah.
think this game will speak to your your sensitivities because like you know what ingredients mix with other ingredients, you know, and the game has
Is
that.
it
The
that
game has
detailed as far as like recipes and?
recipes in the sense in the sense of not measurements,
Yeah,
but
no, I
like
got you, yeah.
what to mix.
What
like,
goes with what?
Yeah, like if I had something that had sweet and I have meat, and I was like, well, how am I gonna mix this? But yet it mixes it and it makes a glazed something with fruits and whatever, and every food give you different type of stats also, which are like you eat. I told you the last podcast. You eat something spicy.
Spicy.
Suddenly you can
get hot, yeah.
Suddenly you can actually traverse to cold weather because otherwise the cold weather will hurt you. Anyway, it is really fun. And the fun the boss battles are fun. The overworld is amazing. It has that whimsy that you expect from it. Probably, I mean, I still haven't put. Obviously I still haven't finished it. And still,
Who knows,
Zelda
yeah.
3, Zelda Link to the Past is still my favorite Zelda. But I will say this one's definitely gonna be right behind it. If it doesn't surprise me more in a way where it'll skip ahead, you know.
I got you.
Did you get the expansion pass, by the way?
I did yesterday.
Because I knew it's
when I
rolling
saw
out
the Game
soon.
Awards. Wait,
Yeah, it's
no,
rolling
it did last night. That's why I got it because it
What
was
is like available? Like that's
The
right.
first
They said it.
expansion.
Yeah,
they got.
They
the-
said it was available
Yeah,
after the
it's
show. or
like
something like that.
it's like different stories. And I'm like, man, I'm stupid.
It was the
I'm not
first
gonna
ex-
get
its first
to
part,
all this.
right?
But then I
Of
saw
the
Link in a
expansion?
motorcycle, and I was like, I need to get this.
Making a motorcycle in the
No,
game.
He's riding
a
a
motorcycle.
What?
Like, well, they make it look like, of course, with the materials that they will have,
At the
have
time,
everything.
yeah.
everything. And I was like, I need to own this.
Wow.
It is crazy. And then you have the horses. The horses are so good. Anyway, I got my horse called Torment. you can name it. You
Okay,
can
but
name
the
it
worst
whatever.
part though is you don't get a Pana unless you get an amiibo.
Oh, no. fuck it, man, I
that
don't care.
sucks.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I'm
Yeah.
like. Really, you don't have the most iconic horse ever?
Well, you can. That's their
You can
version.
name it. You can name it. You can
That's
name one. Go, I want name it.
Still
it won't
isn't-
be Epona, but yeah, we'll name her.
It'll be in my heart. It'll be for me. It'll be for me.
Yeah,
funny.
so you have to get an amiibo of the horse. I think it's
yeah.
him riding the horse. in order to
Nintendo
get it.
microtransactions. I
Nintendo
see.
microtransactions. For those who thinking that you're not into that. No, they're doing it with
their own way, yeah.
With the microtransactions.
Well, they're doing it in the most sleek, most secretive kind of way because
I'm
you're
gonna
getting like a trophy.
I'm
One
gonna
because
be honest with
it's a
you.
trophy with a little
I found
with stuff in
myself
it.
thinking just that. The other day, I was at Best
You're
Buy and
gonna
I was
buy it,
looking
huh?
at them, and I
It's
was
all right.
thinking
I have a Yoshi amiibo.
oh, you do?
Yeah,
oh, okay. You need
it's
to-
in the box though. I never took it out.
But you can still use it even if
can
it's a
scan
box.
it, no?
You
Yeah.
can
Yeah, you can still do
It's
it.
like, oh man, what is happening to me?
And I have
What is
a.
Nintendo doing to me?
I don't.
All right, we're
blame
gonna
you
talk
'cause-
about why Nintendo is my favorite company in the whole wide world right now. Later on down the line. But
I don't blame you
I
for
wanted
getting
to.
amiibos, honestly.
I didn't want to finish this segment without. And this is past already, but it's not, better late than never. I wanted to wish you, sir, a very happy birthday. It was your birthday.
Thank you, sir.
On
Thank you.
December
4th, yes.
And I didn't forget. I got you something, and I was very cruel because I gave it to you on the 5th.
Yeah.
And I said, okay, here's your present, but you're not allowed to open it until podcast day. so we can do the unboxing live. Here's the present. Here's the present for those And I'm
Just to
handing
make
the present
sure
right now.
to make sure it's real.
Yeah, because you guys can't see it, but
But you can
I'm
hear
sure,
the plastic.
I'm sure his.
What are you talking about? Take pictures.
I'm sure.
right
Oh
now.
yeah, wait a minute. Yeah, that's right.
Oh my
Hold
goodness.
on.
Take
Oh,
pictures.
Taking pictures now.
hold on. Let's go. Let's go live.
Are we going live? Okay.
Yeah. We're going live.
I
Hold
guess that's
on.
better.
We
So-
are. Yeah, keep going. Keep going.
Of course, the studio's a mess, so just keep it on
it's
me.
just gonna be- it's just
I
gonna be
really
on
don't blame you about the amiibos because they're really like higher quality. Like you can see it.
On the amiibos? Okay.
Yeah, they're like little trophies. Because you remember Super Smash Brothers when you had the little trophies? Mm-hmm. That's what it's like.
you.
Sir, I gotta ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
Did you wrap this?
I did. Hold on. Wait.
I was about to say.
Hold on, wait. What am I doing? I haven't opened it. It's
No,
still,
I'm
it's
trying
still
to
can
here.
switch
okay,
the
so
camera,
we're
I
live and we're in the middle of the podcast and we're just gonna unbox Naruto's Gift and go.
And here's the gift,
And
guys.
it's happening.
If you're looking at it, this is the gift. All right, let's see here.
What's in the box?
What's in the package?
In the
Let's see what it says. It says, "Let's fix this once and for all." I can already. I got you. Oh, you can't because reverse it, but it
Oh,
says,
I reversed
"Let's
it.
fix this once and for all."
Can
Hell
you-
yeah! Happy birthday and all. Now?
Oh yeah. Happy birthday!
I read it all backwards
Now
anyway.
let's fix this shit.
All right, so we're taking
And
this off here.
Taking
Let's
this
see what we
off.
have.
It's not what you think. It is what you think. Oh yeah!
Titanfall 2, guys. Titanfall 2, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you. This is actually pretty awesome, dude. I appreciate that.
The year cannot pass. Well, it probably will because you're playing Horizon. But that's a game you
This
cannot
came out
miss.
this year?
No.
That came out last year, right?
Last year.
Yeah. I love
Oh, that's
Doom,
right, 'cause
remember?
it became-
It came
yeah,
out with
yeah,
Doom.
that's
I was like, oh, torn. Like, okay,
Yeah.
what do I give to my game of the year?
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, guys. Look at that. Look at that. Some Titanfall 2. Thank you, brother.
Thank you, brother, for creating the group, for keeping us on the up and up, for the podcast that you had me 2 years trying to convince me to do.
Oh, my God. We would be on episode like 300 at this point. if we
Yeah,
would've started
we
it,
would have
man.
been if we started original when we started. But yeah,
Thanks, bro. That's
and
awesome.
now we return to our regularly scheduled show.
Round over.
All right, guys. So we're going to go into some news. First news item here is the probably biggest news item of the week. The Game Awards.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Sort of.
Let's go
Wow.
into
Half.
let's go into the game.
Half
He's
and half.
excited for that.
He
You're
sure is.
excited
Oh
for
my
something
God, I've been
else.
dying. I've been chomping on the bits here to talk about that.
Oh.
Although there's not much to
you-
say.
You have like very little to say about
I
it.
know, but just
probably
the
why
fact
you
that it's
gotta
out,
switch in the
just the
first
fact that
place.
it's out,
That it's coming out.
that it's coming
That's
out.
announced.
Oh my goodness,
Oh,
I am
man.
so excited. I just can't hide it.
So, winners. We have the winners of the Game Awards. I'm
The
just
Game
gonna
Awards.
Run through them for you. First off, should I start from the bottom or start from the top?
Start from wherever the hell you
The
want.
top.
Okay, we'll start from the bottom.
Yeah. Well,
So-
there's no run through it. There's
Yeah,
No,
save,
right?
save,
Relax, we
save
got
the
this.
game of the year
We
for
got this.
last.
yeah, of course.
Game. So we got Chinese Fan Game Award, JX3 HD. No
What?
idea what that is.
Wait a minute,
Moving
what?
on.
Chinese fan game.
Chinese Fan Game
Ga-
Award.
Game. Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Monument Valley 2 was nominated in this. I don't recognize any of the other nominees, nor the winner for that rank. Made by Kingsoft Corporation. Who cares? Moving on. The best debut indie game presented by Chic Hydro. Right. Cuphead is the winner of the best debut indie
And
game.
very well deserved.
And extremely well deserved.
do you
Extremely.
have the list of the nominated, or at least
do.
the runner-ups?
I do.
Just mention them real quick, just so
Golf
so we know.
Story, Hollow Knight, Mr. Shifty, and Slime Rancher.
Man, Hollow Knight, great game. But
It's-
I mean, this
But the
was
debut.
hands down. It was gonna be
There's-
Cuphead.
there's
because
love in
my
this damn
God,
thing,
that
bro.
game
Let me
is
say.
amazing.
The Student Game Award winner is Leveled Squared. I don't know what that is. Moving
Okay,
on.
we can skip those
The,
small
the
ones.
student
Let's go. Let's
is,
make the.
I'm working my
the
way up. I
future
asked you which
of
direction I was going.
I didn't know that when you said small. I didn't know that we were gonna start at the really small.
Best
one.
Yeah, they
esports
tried
team.
doing.
Oh my God.
Best esports team Cloud9. Okay, moving on. Best
Yeah.
esports
Yeah, they're
player.
trying to put more categories in there.
They are, yes.
Yeah,
Best
but-
esports player is Lee Sang-hyuk, also known as AKA Faker. Best esports game, Overwatch.
Overwatch won
not surprised.
Over League of Legends, Rocket League,
Rocket League. That's
Counter-Strike,
that's insane.
and Dota 2.
unless Rocket League took it. I feel like this particular.
I don't know because Overwatch is just starting its esports stuff.
Remember, this is for the year.
This for the year. Okay.
Yeah, they
it
first
doesn't-
did their
we don't
esports at
use any of the
BlizzCon.
history for
Yeah.
this year. Which one?
but
of
I
these?
feel like every year is gonna be the same. Game.
No.
Maybe
Yeah,
one
the
extra.
last
you know.
3 of
We'll
them. Yeah.
see.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll see.
Counter Strike, Dota, and League of Legends have been there for
That's
how
gonna
long?
be.
Yeah.
Yep.
Every year they're going to be. But for this year, have they brought their game? I mean, that's how you have to look at it.
I like Overwatch. I don't believe it should have won over
Rocket League. I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah,
Rocket
I-
League is
I know.
definitely.
The Rocket League is a fun game to spectate.
They're
So
all,
great.
but they're also
Yes.
showing a lot of player base.
Yeah.
too.
Exactly. You can actually sit and watch a Rocket League match.
Yeah.
And be like,
Man, that's
cool with it.
amazing.
Yeah,
Look at
yeah.
that
So
shot.
I agree. I
Yeah.
agree. Trending gamer, Dr. Disrespect is who won. The most anticipated game, the category that nobody gives really two craps about. The Last of Us
Wow.
Part 2.
The category that means
surprised.
absolutely nothing.
Nothing, yep.
Because last year the winner, I believe
Again,
it was.
the best trailers.
I believe that
They
last
should have
year's
just done with that best trailers.
winner was
anticipated.
Battlefront 2, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
So
And the messed up part is that game came out this year, so you had an immediate, follow up to that.
Yeah,
Last of Us
exactly.
2 is coming out in 2022.
that's
so
it.
let's
Of
be
the
real.
games that, well, mention the games.
God of War,
Uh-huh.
Spider-Man, Monster Hunter World, and Red Dead Redemption 2, which is mine most
Red Dead
anticipated
And
of this
Redemption
list.
Monster
2?
Hunter World's
Okay.
coming out soon. They're already
Yeah.
starting a beta.
I'm gonna have to give it the Last of Us. Even though there's some great games there,
Actually, I think the
Absolutely.
beta starts today.
but
Monster Hunter World, I think it
for
does,
Monster
yeah.
Hunter World,
The beta.
are you doing it?
Yeah.
Yes.
I told you she was.
Yes. Yeah. You.
It's only
I
6
don't want to play
gigabytes.
betas.
I don't want to play it.
them.
Screw
But,
those betas.
I mean, I do it because I played Monster Hunter on handheld.
I wanna
so
try-
I
I wanna
want to
try-
see.
I wanna
I
know
want
how-
to feel the difference.
I want to know how good it is. I want
That
to.
too.
I want to get a feel for
I've
it.
never
you
played
know?
any Monster
'Cause
Hunter.
there's
This
some-
would be my first. So.
That's
So,
a good
yeah,
thing
that-
because
that's good.
I've had some. I was like hit and miss with the handheld one, so I want to see how this one works. That's why I want to
Yeah.
play the beta.
Yeah. Me too. Me too. I've only
So I
played
think it
Monster Hunter
starts
3.
today.
Here's
probably
an
download
interesting
it.
category
Downloading.
that to date, we don't know who the winner is. Best multiplayer. They have not announced.
Oh yes, they did.
Did they finally? Who's the best multiplayer? Is it who I think
Is
it
it
is?
Overwatch?
Is no.
Player Unknown Battleground?
Of course.
It was
Of
either.
course.
It was
That's
either
I
actually-
that or
forgot to
Overwatch.
mention it. That was
I know.
hilarious.
That's ridiculous.
How did I forget?
It
I
was
don't know.
either that or Overwatch. Honestly,
Yeah, exactly. But then,
Overwatch was
but,
not even nominated, so-
PUBG, really?
No. It's
Oh,
Call of-
probably
Call-
last year.
it's-
Because it was last year, probably.
that's a
Well,
good thing though because we don't
yeah,
want Overwatch
probably, yeah.
taking all the
No,
categories.
and besides, it's from this year, so they won
Correct.
last year, I believe. I could be wrong on that.
It could
but
be.
No, I think
Yeah.
Overwatch. Won.
Although then why is Splatoon 2 being nominated?
Because Splatoon 2 came out this year. Splatoon
did.
came out last year.
I'm sorry, Mario Kart 8.
Mario Kart 8 Deluxe came out this year.
Screw that.
Mario
They're
Kart
the
came
same
out last
freaking
year.
games.
No,
Whatever.
One is
No,
Deluxe.
I thought,
Ever.
no, Mario
One is-
Kart 8 came out like 2, maybe 3 years
Yeah, because
ago.
this is
Yeah,
Deluxe.
yeah,
it's a whole
yeah.
new game.
Mario Kart 8
So-
came out in
What it
2013,
has
I believe.
2 new tracks.
No, it has a
No, it has
buttload of
quite a few
track.
other stuff besides
and
that.
a buttload of characters.
It's
It
still the
has
same game.
Splatoon
Guys.
characters.
This is basically an update.
No,
This is
listen,
an expansion.
don't
That's
hate.
what this is.
They deserve.
I'm gonna hate.
because what 8 has is that Deluxe. It has all the DLC,
all the DLC.
so you don't have to buy it. It's pretty much game.
So
DLC.
it's a game of the year edition. Is what you're saying.
Yeah,
It
pretty
also
much.
has-
yeah,
It already
exactly.
had because
It
Exactly.
also
you're
has
passing-
other stuff too. You're able to hold 2 items at once. It also
Yeah, it has some
has
changes.
smart
Those are updates.
controls. Yeah,
It's still the
It's
same
a patch.
game.
It's
Come
a patch
on, it's-
version.
yes.
But it
But
came out for the
it's-
Switch.
that's
don't care.
why.
Yeah.
I don't.
So it
care.
doesn't
Yeah.
really matter.
It's the
It
exact same
doesn't
game.
count.
Let's be real.
I know. To be honest with you, I kind of agree with you also because
You're
if
just
Skyrim,
being-
if
just being
Skyrim, if Skyrim would have exactly, I'm just being contrarian. If Skyrim would have come out, and it came out on the Switch, yeah, but
Yeah.
it could be nominated for best Switch game.
Sure, why not?
With
Moving on. Best sports racing game. Forza Motorsport 7 obviously won.
Of course.
Yeah. Best strategy game.
Wait. Which were the nominations? Nominees
For the love. FIFA 18.
Uh-huh.
Gran Turismo Sport, which I think just got there because there was
Okay.
something else. NBA 2K18. Pro Evolution Soccer 2018. Project Cars 2.
I am
the
sorry,
clear
I-
winner is obviously.
I'm sorry, I asked. Okay, moving on.
Best strategy game. Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle.
What?
Yes.
That is great.
Over XCOM 2.
Over XCOM 2.
Over Halo Wars 2,
Over Halo
Do we
or
all have
Total
to
War.
try this game now? Like,
Yes, evidently you
'Cause-
do. I heard nothing but good things about it. But and I mean, over XCOM, which was a legendary, well, the original one. Not the original also. But I'm talking about the reboot. The last reboot came out in 2012, I think. It was really, really good. XCOM 2 was, quote unquote, an improvement, but I feel like they just made it. They just put systems upon systems and complicated it a bit enough where it wasn't what do you call accessible anymore. You know, you got Mario Rabbids. It's super fun, super accessible, silly, cute. You know, stuff like that. Of course, it's a winner.
And it took
I can definitely see it.
The golden Jeff Keighley. So
Jeff Keighley, not the Oscar, the Keighley,
the Keighley's. Yeah,
I think that's what they call. All right.
Oh, it'll be good.
The Keighley's.
Best family game. Super Mario Odyssey.
Who were the nominees on that one?
A bunch of other ones from actually everything except for Sonic Mania. Sonic Mania, Splatoon 2, Mario Rabbids, and Mario Kart 8.
Of course. Yeah. The winner was pretty much a Nintendo here.
Yeah, exactly. That's Nintendo's category.
At this point.
It should be called Best Nintendo Game.
Yeah, exactly.
Called,
Best family game. Brought to you by Nintendo.
But made by Nintendo, yeah. Brought to you, yeah. Best fighting game. Injustice 2.
Yeah.
Obvious winner there.
So give me the list. Give me the list on that one.
We have ARMS, Marvel vs. Capcom, Nidhogg 2, and Tekken 7.
And Tekken 7. Oh, wow. No, I guess no. There wouldn't have been anything else. Yeah, Injustice. Well, this was like this was a game.
I was gonna say
because Injustice 2 to this day is a game that, especially if you appreciate
realistically,
you should actually get
4 other nominees here because they have to have 5.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
what that is.
Yeah,
I mean, there was just no comparison.
Nidhogg is the only one that I can say, hey.
They had to have nominees because we all know it would have just been immediate Injustice.
Yeah.
Injustice.
The best Injustice game. That
is good justice.
Best role-playing game. Persona 5.
What?
Yeah, buddy. Over.
Really?
Divinity Original. You hear me? Divinity Original Sin 2, Final Fantasy 15,
this was
Nier
such a
Automata,
popularity
and then South Park: The Fractured Butthole.
This, I feel like, honestly, in all honesty, go ahead.
Like, I don't mind Persona. Like, it's not a bad game, but I don't think it deserves that.
I would like to see the numbers as to, because you're saying this popularity contest, I would like to see the numbers. Persona 5 sold versus Final Fantasy 15.
It sold over, I don't know about
it.
Final Fantasy. I know it sold million.
Also, with the whole
already, or 2 million.
thing,
I don't remember.
It's also by popular vote. People vote on which game.
But I feel like this game, honestly, in the true spirit of RPG, Divinity Original Sin 2 should have been the winner on this one.
Like, if it was a JRPG, then maybe Persona will take it for a JRPG.
Yeah, but they wouldn't do that.
But it's not.
Yeah. They wouldn't do that.
Actually,
can't separate the J now. So
yeah.
Best action adventure game, The Legend of Zelda.
Of course. Runner-ups are?
Runner-ups are Assassin's Creed Origins, Horizon Zero Dawn, Mario Odyssey, and then Uncharted Lost Legacy.
Uncharted Lost Legacy was pretty great.
I think, honestly, in this list, it falls in 5th place.
Yeah, that's true. That's
in
true.
this list.
In this list. There's a few. But yeah, Legend of Zelda, that game.
Yeah, it deserves
That's one of those games that is going to be in discussions for, like, best game of all time kind of situation.
Yeah. I can definitely hear that. Like best action game was Wolfenstein 2, The New Colossus, beating out Cuphead, Destiny 2, Neo, and Prey.
I would have given it to Neo.
I'm sure you would.
Yeah.
But
not Prey.
The majority of people didn't.
But this is more...
Yeah, I feel like this was more like, hey, what's the one that is more recent on their mind?
Also, it's more shoot 'em up, beat 'em up.
It's very action. Yeah,
by the way, would you do me a favor? Just finish the damn thing already so we can talk about the ending. You're like right there, and then you say like, okay, I'm done. Yeah,
but
I got my fun.
Horizon's taking his heart right now.
Yeah, Horizon's taking it.
Horizon's
apparently not the heart of the voters here on the Game Awards.
No, unfortunately, and then you will see as we continue up the list that it's a sad state of affairs. Best handheld game: Metroid: Samus Returns, which is a clear winner.
Yeah,
I don't recognize any. Fire Emblem Echoes.
Oh, I know.
Ever Oasis.
I don't know.
Monster Hunter Stories, Poochie and Yoshi.
No, that's stupid. Okay, so I guess that one.
Yeah. Best mobile game, Monument Valley 2, which is what I voted for the record.
Or Super Mario Run?
No.
Super Mario Run did not win.
I wouldn't even put Super Mario
Old Man's
on that.
Journey, Hidden Folks, and Fire Emblem Heroes was, although that could have taken my vote because I'm enjoying the heck out of it. I'm playing that, by the way.
What? Really?
Yeah, well, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's good.
You gotta
It's
tell
good
me about
stuff.
that. Okay.
Best independent game.
Cuphead.
There you go.
Of course. I mean, let's be real.
That's the best
We
one.
don't even have to mention the runner-ups, although
Honestly,
out of respect, we will.
It's sad because Hellblade, Night in the Woods, Pyre.
Oh my God, Hellblade.
Pyre.
Those are all
Hellblade.
good.
They're
What?
all good,
But
yeah.
they're more story based.
It just goes to show. Yes, you nailed
That's
it
why.
right in
it's
the head.
more story
Shadow.
based.
Yes, yeah. Those are great games. You know why? Because they focus on a story.
Cuphead has.
I would argue that
story
Pyre
in it.
has gameplay elements to it that are actually pretty important to the story.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know about
Cuphead's
Night in
like,
the Woods.
And Cuphead is just cute.
And Hellblade, hello.
Hellblade, I
know.
need to get that game.
Yeah.
I still need to get that game.
Yeah, so Cuphead has story elements, but it's mostly
It's
beat 'em up.
simplistic stuff.
no, it's
Arcade.
no, this
Yeah,
one is
simplistic.
just. Fun
Although it's an
shoot 'em up.
adorable story. Love the
Yeah,
hell
I
out
know,
of it,
I know. I love Mugman. Mugman's my man.
Nobody gives him props.
No,
They always
everybody's
say
like,
Cuphead.
oh, Cuphead. It's
Well,
like
hello,
the Mario and
there's-
Luigi situation.
Yeah.
Nobody
Come on,
cares
I
about
love
Luigi.
Mughead.
It's
I love
exactly-
Mughead, yeah.
Like I
Mugman.
play second player, so I play him all the
Yeah, there you
time, so
go.
I don't care.
If I had a way of playing second player Mugman
I know.
on a first player thing,
That's because you have to connect the second controller.
oh, the second port.
Yeah,
oh,
the
okay.
second port, and then press start. and
Perhaps
that's
you
how
can tell
play,
me where
yeah.
the second port is on this little laptop
Oh, okay, right.
because I don't know where it is.
Yeah, it has like 20.
Best ongoing game. Winners Overwatch.
That is a stupid category. Best game that you're still playing.
No. I look at This is one of those things where it's like for instance, Rainbow Six Siege, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, although I don't think that should be there. Warframe, Grand Theft Auto Online. These are games that are still
Supported?
still
Oh,
getting
okay.
new stuff. That's
Gotcha.
why I say
Then I
it
take
makes
it back.
sense.
This
Yeah,
is actually a really
I
good
mean,
idea.
look at
I like
Warframe.
this.
Because those
Warframe's
are-
been out for
those
quite
have
a few
been-
years
Yes,
now.
for quite a while.
These
yeah.
type of games are fairly new to the industry, and it's like, well, now you can't nominate them for best whatever because they came out 2 years ago.
Yeah.
But hey, if we have a category for something that's being
and
supported
that they're
and
still
has a player
widely
base.
and
Best game that you're probably still
praised.
playing.
However, I don't know if Overwatch is when you look at the rest of these, if it's
Not yet,
hello,
because
Grand Theft Auto
Overwatch
Online.
has only been a year.
Which one?
Grand Theft Auto Online.
I know.
How is that
That's-
not the winner?
How
I
is
don't
that not the
understand.
winner?
I don't
I know.
Because
That's
once
true.
again, player base, what most people like the most. Because Overwatch has only been out for a year now.
And people are probably, I mean, Blizzard, to give credit where credit's due, Blizzard have been supporting Overwatch very well. I mean,
Yes.
I don't think they're doing a very good job about managing, or I don't know how you would, the community. It has become so toxic that it's almost like people just don't want to play anymore.
They've tried.
You know,
doing that.
I don't know what they can do exactly
They
because
consume
the
like
internet's
Epic does.
gonna the internet's gonna be the internet. But yeah, that's it. How did
Yeah, it's why their updates are here and there because of that.
So-
GTA didn't win this?
Next category:
I know.
games for impact.
Games for Impact.
What it means essentially is a game that speaks to a certain story or a certain thing that's happening in the
We're
world.
gonna call them
for
social justice games.
you can if you want to be if you want to go that route with it. But no, what it is in this particular case, Hellblade won. And obviously, Hellblade
Yes.
is big on the mental illness aspect of the game and the fact that the main character goes through that. So there'll be all the other contestants. You hear me? The other nominees kind of fit into those categories.
What
as
are the
well.
nominees?
What Remains of Edith Finch?
Alright, that was
Please
good.
Knock My Door. I don't know what that is. Night in the Woods. Life is Strange Before the Storm, and then Bury Me, My Love, which all of them sound good to me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Arnaldo Jams brought to you by Arnaldo.
Exactly. Best performance is Melina Jorgens.
Who plays?
Senua. She plays Senua from Senua's Sacrifice.
Okay.
Which
She deserved
was
that.
my the one I
Really?
voted for.
Yeah.
How's that good, huh?
Dude, you have to seriously.
I need to play.
$30.
I
What
know.
the hell?
I know.
With,
I just
with Extra
Zelda,
Life, I
bro.
watched you a
Zelda.
bit before I said,
It's
all right,
beautiful.
I'm done.
It's a
Yeah.
beautiful freaking
That's
performance
too
that she does.
yeah,
So
I said we
what are
need
the nominees
a...
here?
Other performers were Ashley Birch for Horizon for Aloy, Brian Bloom for BJ Blazkowicz, Claudia Black for Chloe Frazier, and Laura Bailey for Nadine Ross.
I thought, Nadine was good, but yeah, I'm not gonna argue against freaking Senua. I
No,
think
not
that
at all,
character.
sir.
What's her name again?
her real name, Melina Jurgens.
Melina Jurgens did a fantastic job.
Best audio design, also Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh wow. Oh
That'll-
yeah. I heard.
three.
I heard things about people saying like, no, you should not play this game. Well, you should not play this game. On normal speakers. You should play it with headphones on.
You have
should.
to.
Yeah.
Because
You don't
is
have
it-
to, but
well,
you definitely should. You're missing out. You're
Because
seriously missing out if you don't do it. Because what it does, it puts you into her mind.
What he's saying.
No.
And literally, it sounds like whoever the voices that you hear are coming from everywhere.
Oh, shit.
All around. To the point where there's one where the woman comes in, and you'll know when, and you're like this.
You
You
hear
start
it?
like,
You hear
whoa,
it
yeah,
in
you're
the
like,
back
oh
of your
man,
neck?
yeah. So
So
Okay.
if you want to get the full experience of
You
why
have to,
people
yeah.
like
I need to buy a 7.1 surround headset.
No, you don't.
you don't need all
You can
that, bro. You
use
just need at least a
your-
5.1 or 5.1 or
Something
whatever.
that's-
Or if I'm
Good.
Chakrot, an Atmos level. Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh my god, that gave.
Best music and or score, Near Automata wins.
Yes,
Over-
very well deserved. That soundtrack is
bad, but I don't
freaking dairy.
I
It is-
wouldn't go that far.
No,
it's
it
not
is
bad,
good.
but
It is. I mean, I'm not gonna argue that it's the best soundtrack of all time, but I'll say it's the best soundtrack of the year.
it's I guess if we compare to these here, Cuphead, Destiny 2, Persona 5, and then Mario Odyssey and Legend of Zelda.
Yeah, well, I don't understand what Zelda is here because I
They
will
usually
say
use the same theme song.
Zelda. Well,
Zelda.
actually, I haven't noticed that they have very little. I mean, then
it's
again,
the same theme song but different adaptations of it.
So far they haven't really on a lot of places, except the it'll happen in a very different way, but. It
Those are
can't
more
wait for that.
sound
It can't wait for that because
No.
Zelda barely has music. It barely has any music.
I don't know. I haven't played it.
Yeah. It's. I mean, it does have some scores every now and then, but
That said,
to win
Nier-
against
I told you that
Mario,
Near Automata has a track in the beginning that it's the same track though, but later on they use it and it's used in a different way. Now it has like vocals. Then later on they use it, but it's still the same track.
they have.
That said,
but it
that's
has
probably
many
the-
different. No, but you're making it
Different
sound like it's just the
adaptations of
one
it.
track.
No,
they
no,
do
no.
that
I'm
with
saying-
like 27 songs that it has.
I didn't say this. I'm saying
Oh.
that's the one track that I was like, I like
is it
this.
the one? Yeah.
The rest of them, I was like, okay, I'm not really that into them. So,
Oh man.
again, not that they're bad, they're just not
they
for
were
me,
So
and
good.
clearly not for Giovanni either. So,
Yeah. But for the rest of the people,
for their,
yeah.
evidently,
As you can see, there was
Yeah.
a lot that not a lot, but there was some other comments
what
saying
pisses me off
yes,
is
definitely.
where's Pyre. That's what pisses me off.
Yeah,
'cause that
yeah, I will
should
take
have
out
been-
Zelda and put
and-
Pyre
yeah,
there.
I'm like, why is that not
absolutely.
in there?
Absolutely. The music
That
of Super
upsets
Giant,
me.
Super
Once
Giant
again,
game.
it's all about
It's always really
people's
good.
vote, really.
Yeah,
But
well, yeah.
not the nominations.
The nominations are done by they're sent to 51
different
games media outlets around the world, not just here in the U.S. And of basically they take the top 5. If there's a tie, they take 6 essentially. So the nominees are from the games media.
Yeah, that's what
where
I'm
they come
saying.
from,
So then there's no excuse for Pyre because it was not a popularity contest at that point. Pyre should have been here and not Zelda. Everybody's so in love with with Zelda,
Zelda,
which is
yeah.
understandable,
From
but
that,
still
though, it looks like it's a lot of big games in that
put
category.
it on the category where it belongs. This game Zelda does not belong on the best soundtrack category.
Yeah, it's all big stuff,
Now
big games.
Mario could have won this, and I would have been completely okay with it because the soundtrack in Mario is Super Mario Odyssey.
Okay.
Is very good. It's actually something about the use of the orchestra playing. The themes are very happy. It uses a lot of
even in the very
wind,
beginning was good too.
wind
'Cause I've seen some
instrument,
games
trumpets,
that
and stuff like that. So it's
Orchestral,
really
yeah.
good. Yeah, it is. It is really good. But yeah, still. Nier
All right,
is
moving on. Next
Nier
next-
still better.
Okay, best art direction.
Say what you will.
Hey, it won. I can't argue with that. So yeah, best art direction winner is Cuphead, which I can't argue with that.
Art
'cause
direction.
that's,
Yeah, there's no way to argue.
Freaking believable.
Who were the nominees on those?
Nominees were Legend of Zelda, Persona 5, Horizon Zero Dawn, Destiny 2.
I will tell you, I really, really dug the Persona 5 style.
Go ahead.
If this, I feel like if this nomination would be called best style, it would have been Persona 5. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Not a lot of substance, but a lot of style.
Here is
I mean, just the menus themselves.
Yeah, the menus
absolutely,
themselves
yeah.
are like, yeah.
Here is a category, or rather a winner to this category that I did not, while I probably, if I remember correct, no, I think I voted for something else, but I do not in any way disagree with this winner. Best narrative, What Remains of Edith Finch.
Oh,
Heard
yeah.
good things about it.
Absolutely
Yes, definitely.
good winner. Wolfenstein 2 was one of them, Nier Automata, Horizon Zero Dawn, and Senua's Sacrifice, which I believe is the one I chose.
I'm surprised to see Nier Automata in there. Not because it was bad, because it was excellent, but I don't feel like it was a little too high concept for some people. I feel like
The narrative.
Yeah, the narrative of it, it could have escaped a lot of people, but they would have been like, oh, this is just some JRPG trash. And it really wasn't. There was a really intricate story there that you have to like think about and realize. You know, that said, I also believe Wolfenstein had a very good narrative. Yeah, you know.
I definitely agree.
Yeah, it had some moments. I want you to finish it. I want you to get to the end so you can see the rest. It's awesome. But yeah, definitely freaking.
What Remains of Edith Finch? Yes.
Okay. I didn't play it, but I heard nothing but
Dude,
like,
just
great
play
things.
it. Just freaking play it. Everybody, just play it. It's a
Everybody
great,
play it.
Great game. Best game direction, Legend of Zelda.
Best
Wolfenstein,
game direction.
Best game direction. Yep.
Game direction. What do they mean by that?
I don't know.
The direction that directed by how the game was
like this
directed?
is like best
Like the
directed
way it
gameplay.
is.
Okay, so what are the nominees?
Like the way
here?
it is. Kind of.
Horizon Zero Dawn, Resident Evil 7,
Wow.
Super Mario Odyssey, and Wolfenstein 2.
And Legend of Zelda.
Legend of
yeah,
Zelda
I
one,
can
too.
see it. I can't argue with that.
And then finally, Game of the Year, The Legend of Zelda.
Of course.
How surprising, right? Horizon Zero Dawn,
shocking.
Persona 5, PUBG, and Super Mario Odyssey.
Persona 5 has no business being in that
What are you
category.
talking about? PUBG doesn't. It's still like early access.
PUBG. No, but PUBG is gonna be released this year. They have
I
announced
know,
already.
but
They give a date.
It's not
Thank you.
announced, like released yet.
out
So
yet.
because of that, it doesn't.
I think in the spirit of what this category is trying to say about it's like they're not saying best finished game. They're saying or best finished game of the year. They're saying best game of the year. A lot of people play PUBG.
Sir, I'm not going down this argument again with you. It does not belong on this list. Period. It can be on best multiplayer. Sure, it's a multiplayer game.
This is a topical podcast. We should be bringing stuff up. We should be talking about.
We have,
Yes.
and I won that argument. So let's move on.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, to be honest, yeah, I don't. I mean, granted, it did get announced. It did get it is getting a release. You know, but so is other titles that were never mentioned here. I mean, for whatever reason, I don't know. Like, I'm thinking Xenoblade Chronicles will not qualify for best or one of the best RPG. Maybe not. Maybe the quality wasn't
Don't
there.
know.
I
I've
don't
actually
know.
heard some poor things about it. Not
haven't.
bad. Just like
Just like it. Well, Persona 5 is there. Exactly. You know that's my point. That said, yeah. Obviously, it was gonna be Zelda.
Yeah.
Obviously, yeah.
I don't think it's obvious, but
It should.
I can see.
I think it's obvious in the sense that of all the games that come out this year, and there was some great titles. You know that this year is one
I
of the
think
most
it's
powerful
obvious.
ones. It was the one. This is the only one that I see on the whole list that people will talk about in years in the future.
I think
see
it's
that.
obvious because it's the most. There is a popularity behind that.
Yeah, I mean,
and this is not to take away from it.
There's not
'cause
to
it's
argue about it. Yeah.
it's clearly a great game.
Yeah.
Although you do have people who don't think of it as
No,
great.
I mean,
as
I was
whatever,
not. I was never a Zelda fan.
No, I'm talking about this game.
Oh.
The people
This
who
one?
don't
Yeah.
think of this particular game as being
Yeah.
game of the year material, and there are a lot of them. There are not a lot of them. Excuse me. However, it's in the end. I hate to say this. It's still Legend of Zelda. It's still Ganondorf. It's still we're still kind of
Yeah.
in the same.
This game is.
Still Zelda, still
yeah.
It's still
saving worlds.
the story is not gonna take you. Or I don't feel like it's gonna take you anywhere where it's gonna be like a revelation. Like, oh my god, it's amazing, incredible. However,
The only
Does it ever?
It's a game.
difference
It's a game where the
is-
game itself. It moves. It moves. It's a great game. The gameplay on it. That game has systems upon systems that work, and there are
get
fairly
it.
accessible, with the exception of the stupid weapon durability, which is garbage. Was his
I
all
hope
jack.
they put some repair on it because it seems like if you can
I don't
make
think
It shouldn't
so.
break that
Because
easy.
no
you can
one
make
is
food, you
complaining
can-
about it.
And then on top of
Yeah.
that, you can't carry
gets
that many
annoying.
also. So you're constantly choosing like, okay, I have 5 slots or whatever many slots, I don't remember. All weapons are, I want all the weapons are that here. I got the weapons that I want here. Because one of the slots you need to have a regular axe, which is to cut wood, to cut trees. So you don't, even though that's crappy for fighting, you'll need to have that. Another one is to break, to mine. So again, not great for fighting, but you're gonna want to
you're
keep
gonna
that. So
need
now
it,
you
yeah.
have 3 slots, for the weapons, or 4 slots for the weapons that you're really gonna be like.
Now, do those break?
All of them break. Everything
the
breaks.
X, oh.
Yeah, everything.
Because
Everything breaks.
even though they're used as a utility, they can still be.
No, I
quote-unquote
didn't know if
used as
I
a
was
weapon.
wondering if that
like
was
it's a Minecraft. You know what? Zelda is kind of like a Minecraft without the construction, maybe.
perhaps.
Maybe.
Hey, at least in Minecraft, you can still repair your weapons and stuff.
Zelda, fix your
Point
shit.
Minecraft.
Point Minecraft. Yes.
Miss Shadow, what you got over there for us?
What I got is something I didn't really know about.
Oh.
Fortnite's new mode in
Oh.
Battle Royale.
Oh, and this is
and
free,
Battle
right?
Royale.
Yes, it is free.
Nice.
So it is a 50 versus 50 Battle Royale instead of your whole 100. It's only limited time, though.
Mm-hmm.
It's until December 17th, which is...
Crap, that's like
Bad.
right around the corner. Shit.
Yes.
Wait.
So it's gonna leave.
That's
it's
for
gonna stop?
this weekend and up till next weekend.
Yes.
Damn. Okay.
So it'll be 2 teams
Maybe
of
they're
50
testing it
players. Battling out like in regular Battle Royale.
Mm-hmm.
You can base build. I think, base build. And I think it's trying to focus more on that base building
Mm-hmm.
style while you fight.
Yeah, that makes sense. You can have, I mean, if there's 50 of you in your team, 20 of you base
you
build,
can actually.
the rest of them,
Hey,
yeah.
you guys guard this section. You guys get materials, and we
Yeah,
will
we'll meet
build
back
buildings.
here, yeah.
'Cause
I mean, if it
it's-
works like that, it'll be
It's
awesome.
hard to get materials in the regular Battle Royale. Like I never really play solos, so I usually do duos or a squad. And while one of us is watching, someone else is like breaking down a house, and it's hard to get materials.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
You know who's good at getting materials? Lady Red.
Oh, Lady Red.
Yeah. No matter what, we can be playing. We're all trying to hide, trying to stay quiet.
And
She's out there with the axe, just
she's
breaking shit
building,
down.
yeah,
I'm
she's
like,
like,
oh my God, they're going to find us. Can you please stop breaking? I'm just kidding, Lady
Shout
Red.
out to Lady Red if she listens.
Oh, that's it? Okay.
Okay,
You have
so
to-
moving on. All right,
Because
so
I was looking, so
pretty cool stuff coming out of Ubisoft Ranch. The Division 1.8 update patch was released. Apparently, this patch offers this update offers is better than its paid expansions.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
It's free, though?
It is. It,
Oh, okay.
yeah, it is free.
for the weekend.
It is
okay.
free.
Well,
they-
you're talking about the update, right? Yeah, the update's free.
Yeah, the update is free. They say the new update is shockingly large and shockingly good. So
Shockingly large in the...
in the sense that it's a
like-
larger area, it's like a new area.
Oh, okay.
You know, it's like it's surprised that they made
I don't know
it
if you
free.
meant like the size of the file or something like that. Yeah.
Oh no, sorry. No, they meant
It's
it in a
another
good way.
area.
Yeah.
I looked
Okay.
at the patch notes earlier. 'cause
the
I-
patch
I
is
remember
70. I mean,
78 gigs.
it might be
Like, what the
78
hell?
gigs still. Yeah, no.
that.
There goes
Like,
your
you
cap-
better
your monthly
like
cap.
change the whole game if it's gonna be 70 gigs.
Yeah.
The update adds 2 new enemy field zones called Westside Piers Westside to the game's Manhattan-based type map. That was horrible.
That was horrible.
Yeah, thank you.
Especially you're talking about Manhattan. That's
I
not,
know,
that's
right? Well, that's
I'm
what they call
saying.
it, the Westside Piers. They throw in a smartly executed co-op horde mode that uses the game's setting to great advantage. It says overhauls is quasi PvP dark zones. Because developers were concerned that they didn't want that to become not just a PvP area only. So yeah, pretty cool stuff. The Division, I put it on the
Did you mention
group
the
if I should be
skirmish?
dusting out this this title.
Did you mention the skirmish? Because there is skirmish in there too.
Is that part of the
Well,
update?
Yeah, it's part of the update.
It's part of the update.
Yeah, the skirmish.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
Well,
cool.
that's part,
what is
if
the
it's
skirmish though?
A skirmish?
Yeah. Well, I mean, what is
It's
it?
Isn't that
PvP.
like a raid type of thing for them?
It's a skirmish is PvP.
Oh,
stuff.
so no, that's different. Okay.
So, well, Okay, because I thought, okay, all right, so yeah, it's a cool game now, I guess, to try it. I mean, I want to try to see if I can solo it. Maybe I can finish it one day if I find it fun.
One day.
But soloing, I wouldn't really recommend it. But that's up to you.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna give it a shot. See what comes of it.
All right. Well, my piece I have here earlier in the week before the awards, there was a big celebration for 30 years or close to 30 years. Basically, Mega Man 11 was announced
Yeah.
for a 2018 release, and it's coming to Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, Windows PC, and Xbox One in 2018.
So this is you telling me this is now Mighty Number 9 too?
Actually, it's the basically its intent
It's the
is
spiritual
to
sequel to Mighty Number 9 too.
yes.
No, or in other words, it's the Mega Man that's supposed to happen.
Yeah, this is
Number 9.
This is another reason to make fun of Mighty Number 9. Yes, the game is obviously you know what it is, high scrolling. It's coming late 2018, so it's gonna fall right around the 30th anniversary, which is next year. Also, to piggyback off that, Mega Man Legacy Collection 1 and 2, the entire series, is coming to the Nintendo Switch. Let's see, there's no date on here, but it's also, it's actually set to come in at around the same time that the Mega Man 11 will come out. And then finally, if I can find it here, Mega Man X through Mega Man X8 will also be re-released sometime during the summer of 2018. So lots of Mega Man coming your way for any Mega Man fans.
I got a feeling that they're going to be releasing it separate instead of a collection.
Which one? The X through X?
Yeah, something tells me that they're just going to be
because
like
they didn't call it collection, and that's already a telltale sign. Yeah, that's
exactly.
Yeah, kind of like
agree.
what
Telltale working on that Mega
Telltale.
Man?
kind of
I hope
what
not,
Kingdom
'cause-
Hearts did a bit.
probably
Remember with the remakes?
Yeah, but
Kinda
that's
like what they
re-releasing them. And I mean,
They
if they
did,
do
but-
8 of them, I mean, that's
That's
what they do them for $25, $30.
no the X ones.
Yeah.
No, they better not do it. $9.99 would be
$9.99,
expensive.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I didn't play the X one, so.
Yeah.
But
Unless they were like expansions, but is it like an actual other game?
no, it's just re-releases.
No, really? Yeah,
Okay.
this I think the Super Nintendo Mega Man's.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah,
Okay.
and there was one that came out on PlayStation.
The PlayStation. Yeah, okay. I knew there was another one here. Jumping on that re-release wagon, the first 3 Devil May Cry games are coming to PlayStation 4, Windows PC, Xbox
Again?
One
Oh,
in 2018.
great. So the bad
Again?
ones then.
Again.
The bad ones to you.
The bad.
Yes, the Devil May Cry
they had a
HD collection.
remaster last gen.
Yeah, but
Yes.
that was I think that was Devil
was the
May Cry.
DMC.
No, I'm talking about Devil May Cry 4 had a remaster.
DMC, isn't it? Isn't that DMC?
No,
No,
Which
DMC was
DMC is a reboot.
Yeah, it's a
DMC
reboot.
I know, but
It's not
where
a
does it
reboot.
land in the numbers? 5, the
It's-
5th one?
No. it's literally a reboot.
Its own one.
I got you.
Yeah.
There's no number. Is it the 5th one? Is what I'm asking.
I guess.
The 5th Devil May Cry.
Yeah,
is
I
what it-
guess
okay.
if you want to put it down, if you want to put a number on it, it was the 5th one to
Thank
carry
you.
the
well,
number.
yeah, the game that
Even though it's
came
not
out.
That's all I
called
was
Devil May
asking.
Cry, it's called DMC.
Which stands for Devil May Cry. So the collection includes 1, 2, and 3, of course, and it will be coming March 13, 2018, both digitally and at retail, and it will be at $30. So basically $10 per game.
So a ripoff. Okay, moving on.
Somebody really loves that DMC, doesn't he?
I
Right?
still say that
Loves
was
to just throw
the
his money at everybody.
the only game that made me rage quit in a way that I literally crushed the game in my hands the same day that I bought it. It was Devil May Cry 2. I want to say it was.
So,
I'm
sorry, but
I just got-
it's a good game. So.
I need to, or
I don't know what to tell you. It's
I
a
need to-
GG.
I need to GG. I need to get good. Get good.
No. Maybe, but no.
Nah, that Dante sucks.
I mean, he's a jerk. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
but
it's horrible.
I liked him. I like the
I
jerk.
take emo.
Okay, you keep your
sorry,
emo
Gilberto.
Dante.
Sorry, Gilberto. But DMC Dante way better
You
than
keep your emo
Wired
Dante.
Jerk Dante. Fuck that guy.
You done?
Go
Let's
ahead.
make DMC great again.
Just jump in, because otherwise he'll keep freaking preaching.
So Call
anyway.
of Duty World War II just released their ranked competitive
Ranked
play
minimum. Okay.
on December 1st. And the way it's going to be, it's going to follow esport guidelines. So, like, the esport guidelines for the Call of Duty World League. So, 4 versus 4 matches in Search and Destroy, Capture the Flag, and Hardpoint game modes. Kind of wish they'll do that with other multiplayer games. The placement, they're going to be placement matches, kind of like Overwatch. You know, you get placed, you leave a game, you get deducted points, yada, yada, yada.
Gotcha.
All right.
And whatever tier you get in, you get special helmets that you can display in game.
Oh, show it off. Gotcha.
Who wants to hear some Destiny news?
You, go ahead. Talk to me.
I was going to say.
Hey, the group has some Destiny play.
They do, yeah.
We gotta stop being haters here.
Oh,
all
I'm
right?
not hating. I'm not,
Destiny 2 is a fantastic game. Fun fact.
that you have not played since the first time you played
that
it.
was
So.
because I beat it. Because I beat it. I beat the single player campaign. I don't need to. Dude, sell that. I'm telling you.
So you bought it twice.
And he's
beat the
played it
game.
once.
And
too.
I played it. And I played it once. Yeah. Yes, I did.
I might try it
that I
though,
did. That
because
I
they
did.
finally brought in a game trial for the game, and I might try it out.
Anyway, well, if you have not bought the expansion, don't bother because now they're logging the high-end game portion, the end game of it.
They're locking it away?
Pretty much, you can't access it if you don't have the expansion. Now, I don't. That
They've
doesn't mean
done
you
that
can't beat
before.
the campaign. They
They've done it
mean
before.
like, yeah, I guess raids. and
This is the
stuff.
curse
Who knows?
of the curse of
The
Osiris.
curse of
Okay.
Osiris. The
That's
curse, all right.
That's actually not the first time they've done that.
Did they do that with the other one?
Yeah, they did it with
They've
the other
done it
one.
with
Yeah.
the first one. If you didn't have a specific expansion, you couldn't play that part.
That makes sense.
So
I mean,
they've
what
done
the
it
heck?
before.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah, it has a precedent because Activision is evil. But did you guys talk about last podcast how they were throttling the
Yes.
XP that they were getting? You know, that players were getting.
Actually, Gilberto is the one who brought it up.
That was
Yeah.
horrible. That was some horseshit right there. You know, they were doing that. And of course, they got caught, and of course, they
That's
go
the
into
problem. I
apology
think the
mode.
biggest problem there is be transparent.
Yes, absolutely.
Just be transparent. People are going to find out. They're going to mine your game. They're going to find everything that you did in it.
Yeah.
Look at Battlefront. Everything that is in there, we already
they
know.
should have known that, considering
What the hell?
like they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna release it on PC. You should have known there were gonna be data miners going through your
Yeah,
stuff.
it's going to happen. Stop. Just be transparent.
Yeah,
There's nothing
just don't
wrong
be
with that.
shiesty with your. I mean,
The problem is
we
once you get caught, now we're like, oh, you're being shiesty.
Yeah.
Oh, you're you know.
Well, you
And
know
the
what you're
truth
doing
is, there may have been some crazy reason saying, hey, we're going to do this so that whatever.
Hey,
it could have been
hey,
whatever reason it is.
I'll give you the reason.
The-
It's the mother of all wives.
I know.
Yeah.
What I'm saying, whatever the reason is, be transparent. Honestly, just be transparent. Just say it's going to happen. For, whatever it is,
Yeah.
because just do it. I don't understand these guys anymore. It's gotten to the point where
they're hiding it, but of course they're going to do it because they're hiding it so that it'll be more difficult to get stuff you want.
I
So
know,
do
I
you
know the
feel
reason
compelled
behind
to buy? That is the rationale. That is the reason why gaming companies. This is the reason why I completely I'm out of EA's bullshit. I'm not buying any more EA games.
It's a shame
Fuck
because
that.
A Way Out, I
If-
was really, really interested in, and
Yeah, and now
They
it's
had
like,
that
oh, you're getting
something
published by
on-
EA. Oh
Yeah.
man, that's
Yeah.
and
No, well.
I feel like, hey, if your
Well,
Activision is gonna start going that route, also,
I'm gonna miss out on A Way Out. Is what that is.
that's all right. You're probably not missing much. So
You're just
there-
missing couch play.
yeah, but exactly. So the reason I bring this up is because I found this funny news this afternoon. So they apparently after they released the expansion, they have this weapon that was hideously overpowered. It was
Are
called
you're talking about what I think you're talking about, aren't you?
Prometheus Lens.
Yep.
That weapon was redonkulously overpowered to the point where, let me tell you how it works. It's a laser, and it's a constant laser that people were using on PvP, and all they have to do is just basically spray you a little bit with it. You're done.
That sounds
You're
like a
out.
more like
Right.
easy version of the Spartan laser.
It was, yeah, pretty much. Yeah. And so of course, what does a Bungie does to address the issue? Well, they have freaking Sir, which is the vendor that appears every Friday selling you weapons, selling you that weapon for everybody.
So everybody gets it.
Yeah, so everybody
gets the golden gun. Is what
yeah. Good job, Bungie.
Well
You
done.
know, I mean, fair enough.
what's
To be
funny
fair,
is that-
they did mention that they were gonna patch that. I just thought it was hilarious that this weapon is being problematic,
gonna
so let's give it to everyone.
Yeah, that's what I was going to
that can
talk about.
afford
Like,
it.
that'd be funny is that they fixed the weapon, and then people are like, really?
Exactly. It's I don't know. Bungie. I don't know what's going on over there. He said that's another one that is
What's
like
going on over there is Activision. So yeah, real quick, in honor of two different 10-year anniversaries, Ubisoft is giving away 2 complete games. There's, of course, a catch, as always. Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag will be available starting December 12th through the 18th, and then World in Conflict is also available. Actually, no, it's available right now until the 11th. Both titles are only on PC. And, of course, their catch is that you must claim these titles via your Uplay account. So you need a Uplay account. If you don't have one, then...
Yeah, they do that every year. Because I did one, their last anniversary. They were giving games like every week.
Mm-hmm.
And I have them, and I have not played it. I need to play it, though, because that's beyond... They
Just
have
tag 'em just to-
Beyond Good
just
and
to have
Evil,
'em.
too.
Just in case.
It's good, though. I mean, hey, it's a free game if you happen to be a Uplay subscriber.
It's just an account. That's all.
Yeah, definitely.
So you guys remember that Square Enix had that leaked apparently.
Sure.
all
We'll call it a
we'll
leak.
call it a leak.
Yeah.
That supposedly someone on a plane had a spreadsheet open
Tomb Raider.
where he was talking about Tomb Raider, and the title that was giving was Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Well, finally they have onto it. The Shadow of the Tomb Raider. It's a game. It's coming. Not a lot of details on it. They have mentioned actually. Let me just refresh real quick to see if there hasn't been any latest news on it. Okay, so our journey together will begin with a major event in 2018. We simply can't wait to take you on Lara Croft's defining adventure.
You don't sound very enthusiastic
Is the
about
quote.
that.
I like Tomb Raider. I like Tomb Raider.
It's just the way you were talking.
Oh, the
about
way
it,
that I
that's
mentioned
all.
it. Oh,
It's very
because I'm using my
monotone.
corporate voice. It's like they talk. I hate corporate. The thing about those games is that I don't particularly enjoy too much the bow and arrow mechanics in games. They're usually not my
Your jam.
yeah. Which, by the way, we forgot to mention how, or maybe people didn't notice how, going back to the Game Awards, Horizon Zero Dawn, a fantastic game.
Yeah.
How was it nominated to a few things,
Several.
several things, and didn't get any awards on
I
any
think
of them?
because
Popularity
it
vote.
came out exactly, and people played it a lot when it first came out. So after a while, it kind of died off until the DLC.
I have to agree with that. The last thing people, although let's be real, the one was Legend of Zelda, which came out
So that
like
came
a
out-
week after that. Yeah.
so that was before. I mean,
yeah. But a lot of people fell off from Horizon and started playing Zelda, and then that's just kind of where it took off. I haven't played Zelda, so I don't have a basic comparison, or I haven't played Mario Galaxy either. But playing the Frozen Wilds, I'm just like, there's nothing like this right now. There's nothing like this game, and it's a shame that a game that was from a developer who's never made a game like this made something very unique, fucking beautiful game on top of this, and it works. There's not a buggy game. It's a complete
exactly.
finished game.
It is a very good game.
Yeah.
Very no loop.
Story's good. The score is good.
Yeah.
The gameplay is good.
Yeah.
The crafting is good. I mean, it's
Are we
it's a
not going to
complete.
mention the fact that developers are always on top of it?
What do you mean?
Like they're always.
Oh, they have been
updating it.
they have been supporting it well
Yeah,
enough.
yeah.
Actually.
Oh,
They have
yeah,
been
yeah. On
patching
top
the
of
stuff
that,
that
yeah. You
patches
have
that they
your-
say they have. So I was like, oh, I
And
didn't
they're all
notice.
free.
I noticed one. one bug of if any, and they're supporting
It's
it
a
very
shame.
well. Yeah,
It's a shame that
anytime they hear a bug, like maybe a week later, it's already patched. That's what I mean.
They
On
take
top
care
of it,
you
all
know.
the time.
I have played both, including Frozen Wilds, and while it is amazing, I still gotta edge out Zelda just in pure gameplay stand. Just on the pure gameplay stand, I have to give the edge to Zelda.
That's one. Real quick.
Why was that funny?
There.
Wait. Did I miss something?
No.
Oh, okay.
It just got really quiet.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Like,
because yeah.
Some games, real quick. I just kind of want to fly
the
through
games
that
now
were
Yeah, because I got one thing and that's it.
that were announced. This was during the Game Awards. The newest game from Campo Santo, which is the makers of Firewatch, which to me was a kind of an overrated game.
Yeah, I will agree.
In the Valley of Gods is announced, and it's scheduled currently for a 2019 release. So my only question is why the hell are you talking about it now?
I think they're trying to go for a whole like AAA kind of from the way it sounds.
Well, from what I saw on what they were showing, I'm like it definitely is a much bigger game. Hopefully they're not using
try doing
that same engine that they used before. World War Z, the zombie apocalypse movie, or actually technically it's a book and it became a movie. Now it's going to be a video game. Congratulations.
It's come full
Another
circle.
zombie game.
It's come full circle.
My
now.
question is, this is like years after the movie came out, so it's like I don't know.
It doesn't have to be
somebody
tied to the
read the
movie though,
book and,
and
like-
it
It is,
better
though.
not be.
It is the book never had those really fast zombies. That came from the movie.
to make it more.
That was
The book was a
Anxiety
series of
it did,
documentaries.
but
really.
yeah, it was. But
Yeah,
there was
'cause I
never a
read it, I
mention.
didn't remember. I
Yeah,
don't
there was
remember
never a
if it was
mention
so
of
fast
zombies
as
that were just racing at you, whatever like that. So that was specifically put in for the movie to make the movie more,
Yeah, but is it a
action-packed.
tie-in to the movie though? You think it's actually?
Have you seen the trailer? Because it looks like the movie.
Oh, then.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if Brad Pitt's in it. I don't. Yeah, I'm just saying. But
Highly doubtful.
finally, Fade to Silence is coming to Steam Early Access. This is one of the newest ones from THQ Nordic. Was revealed earlier.
I know. It looks like Taylor Swift also.
Who's that? Taylor
That
Swift?
looks like Taylor Swift, but I don't know. It's on my next.
Can I see?
That
Oh,
I want to talk about it. I'm going to talk about
it's
it.
Taylor Swift. Yeah.
Why would she be in? Okay, go ahead. Keep going.
That's it. Steam Early Access. Fade to Silence.
Okay, so
Okay.
talk about zombies. Taylor Swift. No. Dying Light.
Zombie extraordinaire.
Dying the fans. Dying Light is getting a battle royale inspired expansion called Bad Blood in 2018.
That's why. That's her song.
Ew.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the
her
reason.
song, yeah.
Oh,
Just
there
why
you go.
though? Like I'm.
Because according to developer Techland, it comes as a response to numerous fans' requests for a PvP approach to Dying Light
I'm
and
surprised
the
people
recent
still play that.
popularity of battle royale genre among the survival horror fans. Dying Light, it's not a terrible title. It's not a bad title at all.
I know it's
It
not.
actually has
But
some
I'm
cool
like,
mechanics.
people still play it.
Yeah,
People actually,
it's kind
yeah.
of recent.
Maybe we'll
I mean,
talk
not
about it.
recent,
Not
recent, but
recent,
it's yeah.
Alright,
I can see
so
people playing it.
My last one, since it's December and the holidays are coming up.
December to remember.
Next week,
Oh, that was beautiful.
Overwatch is doing their holiday event.
Oh,
So they're
new
bringing back-
outfits.
Yes, so they're bringing back all those outfits you missed before and sprays and all that.
Oh, well,
They're
that's
bringing
good.
back May's snowball fight, global
the-
snowball offensive,
Okay.
offensive, and another game mode.
That's
It's called May's Yeti
I
Hunt.
knew it. It was gonna be, of course. It was
May's
gonna be
Yeti
Has
Hunt.
to be
It's
May,
it's
yeah.
It had to be
um
May.
Yeti Hunt.
yes, Yeti Hunt. It's a PVE. Yeah, PVE, right?
PVE.
Cool.
So
awesome.
it's
That's actually pretty
It's a
badass.
full 6-man.
So it's gonna
So
be like a
five,
horde mode, maybe.
five of you are playing May, and
So
you
five
have to.
Mays.
It's like a boss fight, and you're fighting Winston.
Oh my
As a
god.
Yeti. And the best part is, it's not an AI Winston. No, it's your 6-person playing Winston.
So it's gonna be like an evolve.
So it's like
type of
Evolve,
situation.
yeah.
No, it's not gonna be like evolve, but
No,
kind
it's
of.
gonna be
Yeah,
better
no,
than
no,
that.
you know what I mean,
Asymmetrics.
Yeah.
There's gotta be a better game that we can describe this.
But it gives them
There
an
isn't.
option.
Oh,
A Nintendo game.
no. What do you call
Nintendo
it?
game that was like that.
Freaking Friday the 13th.
There you go.
Friday the 13th.
That's another
Yes.
one.
Okay.
Kind of, yeah.
So like Friday the 13th.
There you go.
It is, but it also gives the game developers more options to put different modes. Because this game, there's lore to it, but there's really not much going on.
It's
So
still pretty
it
cool.
gives them like it's kind of, in my opinion, like a sandbox. So they can put whatever they want in it if they wanted to.
So will we call this PvE, even though
Well, I
technically...
think I was trying to think of what
Okay.
it would really be. But
So,
that's
okay.
like
I got
Yeah,
you.
kind
I
of-
got you.
yeah.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay.
Asymmetric multiplayer, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I would call it.
Yeah, I couldn't really think of an actual, because that's what I think when you play
When does
it
that start?
versus- Next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday.
December
Awesome.
12th.
Awesome stuff.
So, PlayStation, huh?
Sure.
They're kind of doing all right.
They're doing really all right. We're about to
I don't
talk
know if you
about that
heard,
in the next
but,
segment.
Yeah, pretty much. So, PlayStation 4 has now sold an impressive 70 million units worldwide.
Yeah.
Worldwide. Considering.
Is this including the Pro 2? Pro, Slim?
I
and
bet, yeah.
Slim?
I'm sure it
I think
includes all, yeah.
it's the brand, basically, yeah. That milestone was achieved just over 4 years after the console went on sale. You guys remember when it went on sale?
2013, it was November.
Yeah, damn, man. You know your stuff. November of 2013. Yes. You remember the date? Because I
No,
don't have
do
it,
not.
so I don't
Like
know. You
11th, maybe? Yeah,
You
something
could
like
have said
that.
any day. I would have been nice.
It's any day. We just know it's the.
I remember
the month.
2013.
Yeah.
2013 was such a crazy year. You had February where they first announced the PlayStation 4. Then you had the debacle that was the Xbox announcement for the Xbox One.
Debacle, yeah.
Then
The kerfuffle.
then you had the how do you share games, on PlayStation 4, which
Yeah.
completely blew everybody away.
Obliterated
Oh my
for
god,
Microsoft.
Yeah. That was I
The-
remember that year, my friend.
You know, I still,
that was a legendary
I
year.
still
yeah.
use the
That
share
E3.
play.
Yeah.
I like using it.
I do too. It's actually and it works.
It
like,
works.
we share played Inquisition,
Yeah.
and then actually I first saw Nier Automata.
Yeah.
You were playing. I was like, no, you play. I just watched you for a
I
little
just
bit.
watched, yeah.
That's
It's
how I
freaking
found
badass.
out.
Yeah,
how,
yeah.
That's when I first saw Mafia.
My only complaint is only an hour. That's my complaint. So I have to have a complaint. Yeah.
I don't like that. And
Yeah.
I think I want to check see if you can actually like share play Netflix.
No, there's no way.
Yeah,
Netflix
Hey, you
will
never
never
know.
allow that.
You will
You never
Impossible.
know. That's why I said I want to think.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's possible.
we
It's
can try it.
possible, but I want to try
yeah.
it.
Yeah, we can try it, but
How many games do you think it has been sold over the years, in the millions, over the year of PlayStation 4? How many games?
in the millions.
Yeah, in the millions.
So it's not in billions yet.
No, it's not in billions yet. I'll
Are
give
you
you
sure
that.
about that?
Okay, so I'm gonna go with 767
767
Million.
million. All right. How about you, Shadow? You got the guess. Give us a number.
Shot
I'm
in the
trying
dark.
to think, honest, because you said millions, right?
Yeah. Including digital and stuff like that.
Holy crap! Yeah, it's all
Digital, it'll probably be like 9.
Like 900 million or 9 million?
No, it gotta be
900
9 million.
million?
Hello, there's
Yeah,
70 million
900.
units.
Well, you guys are overestimating. 617.8 million PS4 games have been sold. That is in shop and on the PlayStation Store. Meanwhile, the PlayStation VR is doing pretty decent also. 2 million units sold ever since it came out.
Nice.
It's
more than I thought.
More than, yeah, me too. More than, and that's
Because you don't hear about it much,
They have
but
been,
it's selling
they have been doing
well.
some fire sales on that thing lately.
Sure.
It was like, I don't know. I think I saw for like 200.
Yeah, I
is
think
the
all
last
the retailers
deals.
now, just to try and get out of the way, are putting it on sale.
we need to- we need to
you
get
weren't
rid
he-
of this.
you weren't
This is the
here-
next move.
You weren't here last week when we mentioned, or maybe it was, yeah, but basically
He wasn't
you-
here,
He
no.
wasn't here. So that one of the new things that they're doing is if you're a PlayStation Plus subscriber, and if you qualify for it, I don't know what the qualifications are. You'll receive the opportunity to have a PlayStation VR unit sent to you to your home for you to try for a few weeks. If obviously you have to give a credit card.
Yeah,
They're not going to charge you if you send it back. If you don't like it, that's fine. If you do, you get about $450 worth of stuff included with games, whatever, for $300.
Okay, so when
And
when companies are using strategies like this,
I know,
it makes
yeah.
me think of well, they're trying to Okay, yeah, Lumina sounds good, but we were really expecting like 7. So
No, they were pretty clear at the beginning.
I'm just saying. It doesn't, and besides, I don't believe in VR, so I wouldn't even participate. The PlayStation 4 it's definitely gonna be its lifetime. The lifetime sales of the PS3 at some point next year. Mm-hmm. The lifetime sales of the PS3 was 83.8 million.
That'll definitely do
So
it.
if they're at the 70-year mark already, they could easily beat on 2018.
Black Friday.
That's a lot of pros.
Black Friday.
Christmas. We'll see how many.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be
fun fact for this Black Friday. They did announce that this Black Friday, they sold the most units in just this Black Friday that they ever sold for any console for PlayStation.
For PlayStation.
So it was the biggest Black Friday.
So
for
it's doing really good. Yeah.
They were down to like 150 for PlayStation 4.
Just quick fun facts. The PlayStation, the original PlayStation, the PSX, 102.4 million.
Yeah, that's got a way to go to that. Yeah. Although it's obtainable, depending on when.
They can do it. Yeah. They can do that. But do you think they could be the PS2, which is the best-selling console of all time?
No.
At 155 million.
I don't think so. I think it depends on when the next generation comes around.
When will it come? Yeah. You think by 2020 we'll have new consoles?
I don't know.
Because I know the PS3 took 10 years, right? 10 years,
but I think that was it was like about 9 years. But I think
close.
It was.
And we're only our 5-year mark.
We're right now 4.
4 going on 5.
Mark, yeah.
I'm gonna close it here because there's too many news, so we can't talk about everything. So
I know.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with our hot topic of the week. All right, guys. We're going to go right into our hot topic of the week.
Bayonetta 3 was announced at the Game Awards and discussed.
They showed a trailer. It wasn't even
It was not
long.
even gameplay. It was not even long. It was a teaser.
We know that
Teaser.
it's exclusively
Yeah,
to the Switch,
Yes.
and that's about it.
And it's coming
Switch.
exclusively on the Switch. Yeah,
Yes.
that's right. Yeah, which is a shame because that game should be played by anyone and everyone, not just each other.
Nintendo does deserve their exclusives too.
Yeah, I know, but they have arguably good exclusive
And of course,
already.
we all know Xbox doesn't. So
Oh, wow.
yeah.
Oh wow!
Shots fired.
Speaking of which, that was a segue. See that I helped.
So for the record, Bayonetta was a good announcement. I'm glad it
It
happened.
was such a great announcement. You haven't played a single Bayonetta game yet,
I
right?
played the first one, only the demo, and it was on PS3.
Oh,
which
no,
was
you
a
didn't
shit
play
version of it.
Yeah, it was a
so-
shit version.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry. When you're gonna get the Switch next year, you're gonna get Bayonetta,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
I need
I'm gonna
to-
pre-order it for you. Woohoo!
There you go.
With our powers
Sounds
combined.
By the way, there's no release date.
No, not really on that one.
It was
However,
literally just a, hey, by the way, we're doing this.
yeah, which is I'm fine. Take your time, Platinum. Take your time.
I wonder
Because I'll be playing Bayonetta 2, which I never played because I never owned a Wii. So I could be revisiting Bayonetta 1 also.
Which, by the way, Bayonetta 2 scored higher than Bayonetta 1.
Yeah, so I'm
Yeah.
super excited. So that means, and that's coming February 6, 17 maybe? I don't remember
So
the day exactly.
this-
It's sometime in February. So
February
you want a release
60th.
date? So at least we get a release date for that.
There we go.
So this
Super stoked
Bayonetta's
for
gonna
that.
be after the second one, right? Like continuation of that.
The 3?
The 3?
I don't think
Yeah,
they've even said anything, so.
no. Well, if
she
it's
still have
coming,
short hair?
By
It's coming on February.
assumptions, it'll be probably continuation of the second one.
I didn't see.
Yeah,
Does
yeah.
she still have short hair?
No, I think she had the long hair again. But then again, remember, she grows her hair and makes it into monsters. So
Okay.
she can
Yeah.
grow short. She's a witch, bro.
Sounds
she
like
do whatever you want.
a winning game to me.
Oh, dude, you have
Her hair shape shifts. There you go.
Pistols on your heels. What else? And you walk in style, and the soundtrack is awesome. Okay, fine. I'll shut up now.
So, we are going to be grading the platforms.
We're gonna be degrading
For-
the platforms.
2017. Just for 2017. We're not going to use anything from before. Just for this year.
Just this year, yeah.
We are going to grade each platform, see how they did, what they brought. Did they bring the big guns? did they not and just shit the bed?
I was just gonna say the same thing. The same. Put it there, brother.
Awesome. So we're gonna start here with you know what? Let's just bring it. We'll start with the Nintendo Switch.
The Nintendo Switch. All right. So I guess as the only owner of a Switch in the group,
I played one.
You played one. Yeah, your brother had.
Yeah,
some.
I played one.
But you can actually comment on it because you've seen the things that have
But
come
I can
out.
see
You have played, but you can
a
see
lot of people like it.
Yeah. Switch hardware was released this March, and I was a little skeptical. Because
we were very skeptical
at the beginning. I wanted it to be good. I wanted it to be good because I think I even mentioned it that I wish I kind of wish that it was a powerful system with all games coming for the PlayStation, for the Xbox, and for the Switch. Same level power, even though that was a pipe dream, of course. No pun. But when they showed the specs, I was kind of disappointed and worried that this was gonna turn into another Wii U situation. I did not like the Wii. I own the Wii. I did not like the Wii. No, the Wii. The first Wii, yeah. And I also own the Wii U.
You didn't like the Wii? The Wii was good. It had good.
The Wii was.
It had a lot of shovelware, but it had good games.
Maybe I didn't have
patience
to wait for the good
The
game.
problem with the Wii was that they were hidden gems. If you didn't know about them, you didn't know about them. Mad World, No More Heroes, these type of titles where it was like, whoa, this is actually
I was
really,
not
really
like
good.
the Zelda came out. You remember that's another the Wii came out with Zelda Twilight Princess,
That's
and that game was BS.
It was also like
That
a
game was
little
also a
remaster.
GameCube game, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was GameCube and then Wii because that was kind of the transition between
Well,
GameCube
this one,
and Wii.
the Switch Zelda Breath
Goes
of
back
the
to
Wild,
the Wii U, yeah.
it has a Wii U, so it's almost like history
the
repeating
difference
itself.
is there's that the one on the Switch is a little better
Just like
in
the other one.
resolution, obviously.
Just like the Twilight Princess was on GameCube versus. Actually, no, I think I heard the other way around. I heard the GameCube version was actually the better one. Of the
I was
two,
gonna
but who
say
knows?
because I had
I
it
might
for
be
the
just fine.
GameCube.
Of which one?
Of the two Twilights, Princesses.
The
Wii versus the.
I would say so. There was no waggle.
Oh, there you go. That's right. That's right. Oh,
I would
God,
definitely
I hate
agree.
the part where Breath of the Wild makes me go into fucking motion controls. I hate that. I don't know why they have to force you.
I wonder
on some levels.
If it does it if you play it handheld though.
Well, you will because he has the option to shut it off, but there are some areas where you don't have no choice. You have to do the motion controls no matter what. So maybe not to point and shoot and stuff, but to do the mini games,
the puzzle
whatever.
or something.
The puzzles, yeah, you have to. Anyway, so the thing about the Switch that I was like super impressed was the lineup of games just they kept coming. It started of course with Zelda. Then they announced Splatoon 2, which I was already like wondering about the original Splatoon when it came out on the Wii U, but by that time I didn't have a Wii U. So Splatoon 2 looked interesting. Then they did. They released a bunch of, mind you, they also released a lot of indie titles on it. Actually, Virtual
It's
was
become
there.
the new indie machine.
Yeah, because the level of entry is easier than any other platform, even Steam.
Not just indie games, also AAA games too from third parties. So they started doing that.
Some of them.
Yeah, some of
more
them.
recently, because they have
But
Doom.
they've announced it.
Yeah,
Wait, did they
kept their
release
word,
Doom
in other
already?
words.
They
Not
released
yet.
Doom, yes.
Switch.
Yeah, they did.
So they and people are saying,
if
hey,
I remember
this
now,
is
LA
good.
Noir.
Eddie Noir also.
Noir.
Yeah, Eddie Noir.
So,
Well, it's
in other
arguable
words,
if that's a
they've-
good game.
AAA titles of the last generation, except for Doom, which was this generation.
but it's also saying that they've
Yeah.
kept their promise.
Yeah.
Too.
To an
It's too
extent.
early. It's too early.
It's
It's
too
too
early.
early to.
I would definitely say that they have Bethesda has backed them.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
definitely go with that. route. I would
Wolfenstein
say
is coming
Bethesda
2018.
they've come and said, you know what, we are in
Yeah,
with Switch, and we're gonna figure out how to make this work on here. They did. They took out the multiplayer from it so that Doom can work on it.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're gonna put it like a separate thing. The point is, I know it's
Maybe.
not included automatically with it. They'll probably do some some sort of iteration to Wolfenstein 2, because Wolfenstein 2 is a huge freaking game.
Well, also, they do have 2K18 on it, too.
But what do they do? They some sort of downscaling or?
Well, they do. I mean, they have to adjust the graphics, a little bit and downsample and stuff like that. But the game should be there as a whole. Doom is there as a whole, except for Snap Map and
which is
fine. Which is it's not needed. I think the multiplayer might be there, but who knows? But then there's some concessions that I'm not willing to accept, which is like the game runs at 30 frames per second, which is fine. It's a solid frame.
If it's locked,
if it's locked. But if I'm gonna play Doom, I'm gonna jump on my PS4 or my PC.
This is the same thing we brought up.
Gaming on the go.
But Skyrim, I will take Skyrim on the Switch, even though there's superior versions on the PS4 and stuff like that, just for the sheer portability.
I can't back this up with any actual gameplay because I have not, but I have heard or read that Doom on the go is kind of a problem because you're doing this and your screen is doing this, as you know what I mean. When you're trying to input.
I haven't found that to be
who's playing
much
that
of an
rough
issue.
then?
Huh?
I said, who's playing that rough then?
I don't know. Well, we're talking about Doom, not regular other games. If
No,
you're
I
trying to
know,
play
but
Doom
like-
and
Well, he
Doom
was
can
saying
get
basically
frantic.
was that as you're playing frantic, you're moving the control, so you're moving
This
the
is
whole
why you're
handheld.
also-
on handheld. Yeah,
This is
I'm doing
also
that in
why
Zelda.
you're
I'm doing that in every
else-
game. I don't.
Yeah, this is why you're also able to take the Joy-Cons off and just set it down.
No, I
like
get
that.
that, but I'm
I
saying
haven't
you
yet to do
mentioned
that.
Doom on the go, and
Yeah.
that's why I'm like, well, if Doom on the go, it may not be the best way to play
It
Doom.
is but if it's your only way to play Doom, get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's
People
your
might
own-
also bring, like I said, since you could just set it down, people might just bring if they got the Pro Controller, they can just sit there and play like on a park bench or something.
The Pro controller is not BS. It's actually a really good controller.
It is really
which
good.
I have yet to actually purchase. I need to purchase that.
No,
it's expensive.
good.
So what do you
played
do?
it
Oh, it's
before.
ridiculous.
Yeah, it's
It
ridiculously
is.
expensive. It's like 80.
But
it's like
No,
it's like almost $80.
Compared to another pair of Joy-Cons, it's actually cheaper than another pair of Joy-Cons.
Yeah, but
Oh yeah, but I
Yeah.
wouldn't buy another pair
that's
of
because
Joy-Cons, though.
the other pair of Joy-Cons is technically two controllers, so that's why
Yeah.
it's priced higher.
Yeah, this one is. I mean,
It
in
is
an age where you can
worth
buy a
it.
PS4 controller and an Xbox One controller for like almost $35 when they have specials, paying almost $80 for a Nintendo Switch Pro, it's kind of ridiculous, overkill. So the lineup on Switch, it has been super great this year.
It has had solid.
Back to back,
hello, two.
Super Mario Odyssey is probably one of the most fun. And I'm not a huge fan of like platformer or cute games. I like my games to be more like cemented on reality. I'm not a super fan of like super whimsical stuff. And Mario was always like okay, a game that I will play enough for for just passing the level, just to say, hey, I beat it. I had a great deal of fun. Where I'm thinking of after I'm done with Zelda, well, I'll play Chronicles, Xenoblade. Thank you. But at some point, I'm gonna want to go back to Mario. I know that. And I got Mario 8. Oh, that's another one. Mario Kart 8 also released. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, I should say, also released this year. So they've had a ridiculously strong library. Arguably, possibly one of the best of
Nintendo's recent. Yes, I would say.
Yeah. But I would say of this year's consoles, even when you consider the quality levels. I'm not gonna say
true.
in volume.
I'm gonna voice of whatever here.
The devil's advocate.
The devil's advocate here. I would say yes. When you look at Mario Odyssey, when you look at Legend of Zelda, yes, you have serious,
really strong
good.
contenders. Yeah.
That said, Mario Kart 8. I know it's the deluxe, whatever.
Yeah.
It is still a game that already came out. Splatoon 2.
But when you look at the graphics on it, it still looks really good.
Splatoon 2 as well. It's another. It's just that one really should have been a Splatoon Deluxe as well.
I know what you mean.
Of those,
like I said, I'm not gonna argue, I'm not gonna say, hey, they beat fucking PlayStation 4.
No, I'm not saying it. I'm just saying.
I'm gonna say that they give it a really strong like run for the money, to the point where even the Sony exec, I don't remember who it was, but it was on the news. They were saying, we cannot underestimate Nintendo.
No,
they can't. They just can't.
And that's just been Nintendo throughout the years. I mean, hello, they're over 100
this
years old.
This has been good. Now, that said, that doesn't mean that they have been scotch-free.
No.
They still have a super BS solution for voice
online
for
gaming. Mm-hmm.
For online gaming.
Why would that be your first thing? It should be the internal drive, the internal storage.
The internal storage it's crap, but you can upgrade it. So
It's both. I would
Let
say.
me explain about that. That the internal storage is terrible.
It's too small. Yeah, I agree.
It is very small, especially for third-party games. I remember going to a GameStop because 2K18 is going to be on the console, and that also requires internet, for the online play. But online play, you need about almost 30 gigs just for online play alone.
Yeah,
so it's a very small.
So you're already
storage.
into your
Yeah,
it's something.
This is one of those things. It's like buying a phone that with 32 gigabytes of internal storage. You're not gonna keep that. You're gonna want to upgrade it. You're gonna put, unless you have an iPhone, and then you're screwed, because why you would have bought a 32 gigabyte. But anyway, I digress.
Yeah.
You're gonna want to at some point buy the freaking SD card, and the SD card is gonna be your solution. And I haven't done it yet. So far, I bought all my games.
We had
almost.
extra SD
I
cards.
lost mine. I used to have an Android, and then I got rid of it, and I had 128
Okay, come on. If you
gigabytes.
Are you serious? Damn.
And I lost it. I don't know when I put. I could have used that
those
for
are
it.
expensive. But if you had the SD cards that you can put the micro in, I would expect you to have that, because you could just put it in your PC
It did.
too.
But,
Well, I did. I had that, but I lost it. I
You'll
lost
find
it.
it.
I lost it. Well, I wish.
You'll find it.
Because I'm gonna have to buy one eventually. I'm gonna need the space.
Eventually,
So yeah. So that's kind of a negative. Also, I don't like the fact that I always feel like whenever I'm putting that in the dock, I'm hurting the machine. I'm actually scratching
understand
it.
his-
You have to
I
have
understand
a protector on it day one. You don't want to wait for it. Why? Because it will scratch. That thing is not Gorilla Glass or anything like that. It's just plastic. And the moment you start putting your console on the dock on and off, you're gonna notice the scuffs. So that is BS. That is poor
The one
workmanship.
thing, though, that
Unfortunately, I hope that new iterations fix that.
that I didn't like is that when you're playing it as a handheld, I've realized that when I move my hands a bit, it feels a little loose. Even though I know it won't come off, but you feel the Joy-Cons moving a bit.
I wonder
on
if
it,
that's.
it jiggles.
I
kind of.
wonder if that's a problem from the first batch, because I got mine recently and I was worried about that too.
No, he got his recently too on Black Friday. So
See, I was worried about that too. I have no problems with that.
no, it stays. It's just once in a while you feel it move. So I know it won't come out. It's just
No.
a little concern for me.
Yeah, I was very concerned about that too, because again, it's moving
Like,
parts. But no,
it
so far I haven't
stays
had that
snug
problem.
on it, and it keeps it locked in place. It just once in a while you feel it move a
Jiggle.
little bit.
And it's so satisfying when you hear the click, when you put it. Yeah,
Yes,
they
it is
actually
very-
and they're using that for the marketing. I know, but it's great. Fuck, I wouldn't have thought that I was gonna be singing the praises of the Switch, but I have to admit it was a machine that impressed me.
some surprise hits from them this year. Past the obvious Mario and Zelda. ARMS, believe it or not. That's
Yeah.
actually was a well-received game.
Yeah.
Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle.
Yeah.
Another extremely surprise
Extremely
hit.
surprising. Yeah,
While not the temples that Super Mario and Legend of Zelda are, still.
it's still it's still your
So would you
Triple
play?
A. for
fattening
them.
up the library. Yeah.
So would you play XCOM on it?
XCOM.
If they ever release XCOM for the Switch, would you ever play it?
or will you play Mario?
Well, I mean, honestly, I'll probably play XCOM anywhere
On PC.
else other than that.
Me too.
No, I know, but if you're able to take it on the go with you,
Oh, that's
would
true.
you
If
play
you're-
it?
Oh, I
Go.
see. That my issue is this is my problem. I would never. I'm not an on a go player. Even on my
Not
my
even
phone.
for flights or something.
No, not
PK,
even for my
how
flight.
about-
The problem with flights is I have when it comes to phone, I still have to be on airplane mode. You know what I mean? So, and a lot of these games that I have that I've downloaded, I can't. They need to They need to ping into some server
That's
somewhere.
why the Switch doesn't. It has a lot
Yeah,
of
but
games
I'm
are
not.
offline.
How often am I flying anywhere?
I know.
That's not true. I went to change my car oil the other day, and I took the Switch because I know I was gonna be sitting waiting, and the lady was like, "Oh, unfortunately, it's gonna be a 2-hour wait." I'm like, "Oh, that's fine. That's okay. That's okay. Sign me up. I'll wait. I'll wait."
Wow.
Because I knew that I
Yeah,
was gonna be sitting, and it was a blast. It was the best. Now that said, I'm not gonna bring it like to work and stuff like that.
No, but I
So
mean,
I'm also
like-
afraid that it's gonna it still feels delicate, and that's
It
my
is.
problem. The
That's
DS.
what I noticed with the analog sticks. They're tiny, and when I feel them, like these feel like flimsy. Like if I'm rough just once, I might break it.
No, I wouldn't.
That's how I
I'm
felt.
more afraid that if it falls, one small fall is gonna break it. That's what's
Yeah,
it's like handling a
Tablet.
a phone nowadays. That you don't have.
Although I don't know,
protection
I
and
would
stuff like
argue that I have an S8 and I don't have a screen protector on it. I haven't had it at all.
Yeah,
since
but that's
I got
because
it.
you like to live on the edge.
No, I
you
would
drop that
argue-
one time.
I would argue. Well, I do have a case on it, but I'm saying
There
what I'm
you
just
go.
trying to say is that I think these are a little stronger than if you were dropping a
I see
Nintendo
what you're
Switch.
saying.
You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
If
So,
and plus, the Nintendo Switch is going to be heavier, so
Correct,
of course
yeah.
it's
So-
gonna shatter. Yeah.
So,
So it. Oh,
real quick,
Uh-huh.
I mean, we got to move on the segment here. What grade are you even floating towards here?
If I was to grade, see,
By the way,
throw me-
are we doing percentages? We're just doing A, B, C, D.
No, it's just
I think
yeah,
more personal opinion, honestly.
yeah. Well, we
No,
don't
I'm
want to
saying
grade.
the actual grade. Are
The
we
actual
doing
grade
letter
is gonna be
grades?
it's gonna be an
ABCs at least.
ABC,
Yeah.
ABC,
All right.
DNF.
Because if you
Yeah,
do
yeah.
numbers, it'd be too complicated.
Yeah.
All right.
Nintendo, all the previous years, Nintendo, you have screw the pooch. You're F. G. If I did not finish, actually, did not finish. You're out.
Did not show up.
Or a W withdrawn.
Withdrawn. Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
This year, Nintendo, you got an A minus. You got a very
A
strong A
minus?
minus.
Snap, A minus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it is my surprise of the year. It's a system that it's a low barrier of entry and a lot of options to play, and you don't have to be dealing. One of the reasons I got it was because I was tired of the BS of EA and microtransactions and all like that. Not to say that those aren't coming eventually, of course,
yeah.
they will. But so far, it feels like
EA sees money in
I want to
Switch now.
retire to the last vestiges, the last hope. So far, Nintendo has been a haven.
Gotcha.
So yeah,
What do you say, Shadow?
Well, since I first played it, like I understand the appeal, like the praise and all that, but to me it feels more like a B plus.
Okay.
B plus. That's good.
That's still good.
Yeah.
Because
That's
I
cool,
don't
yeah.
I don't feel like it's an A. It just feels like it's nice, it's comfortable.
It's not
has
perfect.
has what I had, but
It's not perfect,
What he
yeah.
said, it's not perfect.
Yeah,
I got
I
you.
agree.
Awesome. I mean, I can grade it, but this would
You
be
should, in the sense of what you've seen.
from
at
what I've
least.
seen.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly,
just
I
to
would.
have complete.
Yeah. From what I've seen and
See,
from,
this is why
from
you
the
should bring it
enthusiasm
over.
for everyone behind
Bring
it,
it over, let 'em try it.
I know.
I
should've totally-
would probably just give it a B. Just overall, just from what I've seen. Clearly, they have this year. They started in March, so they were already 2 months short of the year. Legend of Zelda. You had Mario plus Rabbids. Arms was a joke when it first came out.
Yeah.
And people are still like, this is actually a well-selling game, selling way more than I think even Nintendo at
This is
Nintendo.
very,
Okay,
yeah.
so indies are flourishing on their
Oh, yeah.
console because let's be real, it's when you try to go into Steam and release your title, you're freaking
you're
hidden.
competing
You're competing
yeah.
against so many people.
Yeah.
Here they're flourishing because they're like there's actual articles that are saying these indie titles that have been out already are making more money on Switch because there's it's
Wonder
just
Boy, the Dragon
They're
Scrap
small.
is one
there's
of my
less
examples.
of them. And there's less to compete
Stardew
with.
Valley.
Yeah.
Stardew Valley is a
Stardew
fantastic
Valley.
game
Another
to have on
Stardew
that
Valley,
one.
Absolutely, yeah.
Action
the
Verge,
Woods.
which I'm considering getting again.
Oxenfree.
Which one?
Oxenfree.
Oxenfree
is
there.
good,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Action Verge. I was considering
That too.
getting
Axiom
again.
Verge is on there.
So because of that, but I haven't played any of the games to judge them. I know they're not bad. I don't think I'm going to walk into any of them and go, "Oh, this is shit." You know what I mean? But because of that, I would just leave it at a B, just to give it a grade.
Knowing you, I know you definitely. There's no doubt on Mario. There's no doubt on Zelda, and some might argue that that's all you need for this year. But,
Perhaps, yeah.
But
Perhaps.
yeah.
No, I want to see them do more. That's why I like the whole little third party thing.
All right, so we're
So
gonna move
congratulations
to-
Nintendo. You got an A minus. You got a B plus and a B.
Yes, and we're gonna go into just take it right to the PlayStation 4. PlayStation 4 had pretty good year, I would say.
That will be a massive understatement. I think, my God, the year of PlayStation was upon us on 2017. The year in gaming in general. How many great, fantastic games came out at the beginning of this? The first, I will say, the half of the year, there were ridiculously strong titles there.
Yep.
Even the ones that you would think now is like, oh, okay, well, but when they came out, they made a big splash, like Persona 5.
Persona 5.
Yeah.
Persona 5, here's the deal. Persona 5 wasn't bad. It's just, it overstayed its welcome to me. It's really what overall, I think it's still a supremely well-made game. It's
definitely what we were looking for at that time.
Yeah.
We were looking for a good JRPG.
Correct.
And
we got it.
We got it. It's just that then they overstayed it well, just like you said. Yeah.
Then, of course, shortly before that, you had Horizon Zero Dawn. You know what I mean?
Before that, we actually
had Neo.
Yeah. Are you doing it in order or just
no? We're just
okay. Because I was gonna say I had a really hard time at the beginning of the year because it was like game after game after game that was coming out that was fantastic, and I got
this
hit
isn't
with
even
Neo.
talking. Yeah, this isn't even talking about the smaller games that came out.
No,
there were some
no.
smaller games that came out to the PlayStation 4 that were exclusive to the PlayStation 4, but they were smaller games, and
See,
we're just
it's
like
hard to limit yourself.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
I limit myself one new game per month. That is it.
oh wow, well, I wish I could limit myself.
I played.
But of course, I will play all the other ones that I wanted eventually. It's just like one that I'm really anticipated.
One that you did do probably at the beginning or shortly thereafter, Yakuza 0.
Yes, I even forgot. I wasn't even.
Yeah,
I
that
forgot
came out
about
this year.
That I'm still doing that one now. Actually, believe it or not,
Little by little, yeah.
It was.
Forget
I was at the
that.
beginning of the year. Then I got hit with Neo. Like I
Neo,
said, it was
that was in
fantastic.
February, yeah.
Then after that, Horizon Zero Dawn, which I played to
Also
the end,
February, yeah.
which fantastic. Then Nier Automata came out this year. It broke my set. Probably if I had to pick of this, oh man, it would have been my game of the year. And then I got a freaking Switch. So now it's making it hard. I can't tell you that.
We all know Nintendo took his life.
We're gonna talk about that later on. On the future podcast.
The future podcast, yeah.
But and then right after Nier, there was Resident Evil 7 came out. You
Resident
enjoyed
Evil
the crap out of that one.
And let's be real. Oh, by the way, I kind of skipped over that particular award, but Resident Evil 7 won the best VR game. Because I think the first. I'm not sure if the last. Maybe they have gone after that full game in VR. And people swear by it.
Doom VR, Doom came out in VR.
That was recently.
Wasn't
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was like, at the time, it's the first one.
That was a great game.
Which one?
Resident
Evil. I played Resident Evil 7. That shit
you played
was
that
a
one to the
freaking.
end.
Yeah,
me too.
that was really
I
really
had to
good.
get on that boat.
You definitely.
I do not do that.
I used to
She's
do
like,
it because I
no.
like scary
I don't
games.
do horror games.
I do
no.
too. They freak me out, but I mean,
But that's a good feeling too.
exactly. It's
Yeah.
okay as long as you can.
It's a primal feeling. Fear is a primal feeling. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it had a great strong beginning. I don't know about the second half. Let me see. I'm looking at to see anything. I mean, obviously third party support.
Yeah, the thing,
you definitely had a huge third party support.
The thing that happened with, and we can't really blame the platform holder for this. However, because we're grading the performance of the games, we have to mention it. Was that it started really strong, but then like at the end, it kind of petered out and it lost steam.
One game I want to
Like
bring up, and I know this is not your jam, and I get it, but it came out at the tail end of June. Crash Bandicoot, the Insane Trilogy. It had a ridiculous. I mean, it really, really sold more than I think they had even anticipated. And just it was. Let me see, June 30th, or towards the end of June. It was already ranked in the top 3 in sales, and it was released at the end of the month. All right? So clearly there was like this huge, hey, we want to play this game. Here's one thing I do want to bring up that I don't think you guys have on your whatever that you have. PlayLink. Sony's PlayLink is an extremely interesting thing that they've brought into it. Have you played any of the PlayLink games?
No, what is
PlayLink?
Oh, yes. Yeah, I know
with
what
your
you're talking
phone.
about.
Yeah, we use your phone. We played That's You. We played all the Jackbox games. I'm gonna get Hidden Agenda. We're gonna try to play that game as well.
I was wondering if you would.
This is an interesting thing where you can actually have more people playing, and you don't have to worry about controllers because you're using your phone.
Yes. I love that initiative.
Yes, and I think I don't know if any of the other platform holders are even going to try this, but I can definitely get behind it and say, guys, if you have people over, you got a group of people, hey, bring your phone out. We'll play this game. This is not one of those things where you need to be a skilled gamer. That's not the type of games they bring to this. Hidden Agenda is almost like a whodunit type of thing where everybody's into it and everybody's just kind of paying attention to the storyline and picking what action to take. And
if I do remember, though, in that game, there kind of is like a little betrayal kind of thing.
Oh, well, I don't need to know.
If I remember, but that's it.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. I'm not going into deals, just that.
Yeah, but it's definitely another thing I want to make sure, because that took off this year, and that deserves some sort of recognition. It doesn't obviously needs to be whatever, but it's an interesting thing that they're doing, and I want to support it further because. We have here dinners every Thursday here in my house, and we had one time where we did the Jackbox, we did the That's You. We had a freaking blast, dude. It was like, this is so great. We're laughing hysterical at stuff, and
it's like playing video games for people that are not into video
gamers.
games.
Yeah, exactly. And it's genius because. Again, you don't have to have the skill of using a controller because there is a
everybody knows how to use their phone.
Correct. Yeah. You're on your phone 23/7, right?
Yeah.
So definitely, I want to give some props to that. And those games, they're not the best games; they're party games. Yeah. But sometimes, you know what? I'm definitely impressed.
It definitely deserves to be. Yeah, it definitely
brings
props.
people together. Honestly,
yes, I agree.
And if even though it's not for me, VR, they have the best-selling VR headset, with good deals and with, decent titles also. And they're the ones, for all I, throw, VR away like, oh no, this is not for me. I'm not gonna be. I'm not a believer of it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You have to admire the fact that well, at least they're trying, they're going for it, and they believe on it so far. At some point, I believe they're gonna be like, okay, no, this is not doing it for us. But so far, however, the fact that they're doing it is admirable enough to where we have to give it major props.
Yes, I agree.
Pyre came out this year.
I was just going to make up. Well, though it's not exclusive, it came out to PC as well. But
but we're not talking about exclusive. We're just talking about the performance in general. So
Pyre is on my list for Game of the Year.
Yeah,
easily.
Wow.
Easily on that list. I cannot. I'm not going to go into detail because I've already gone into detail a lot about it. Definitely on my list. Another game that came out for it came to PC as well. But it came out with PlayStation 4. It's not on Xbox or any other console. It's Hellblade. Senua's Sacrifice.
Yes,
winner of a bunch of awards just recently.
Was fantastic. Yeah.
The two games from Housemarque, Matterfall and Next Machina.
Next Machina, yes.
Two arcade classics right there. And then, of course, the Uncharted, the Lost Legacy, Legacy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, the Lost Legacy. I was gonna mention that one. That's a fantastic Uncharted type game. If you want it, if you like Uncharted, you can't miss this one. Mm-hmm. So scoring.
Yeah, these are and I'm still in freaking August. I can keep going with the. No, I'm not gonna go. No, we're fine. I'm just saying.
Kind of
if you look at the big tentpole titles are there, and then you have these little gems just hidden in between, and it's been a chock full of nuts.
Definitely. Yeah. Difficult to, and this is gonna be super nitpicky. And again, this is not the fault of the platform holder. Mm-hmm. This is just, hey, it came out on your platform, so we have to grade for it, and it's gonna affect the other platform where it came for. Also, you had your EA, mess up.
Yes.
Unfortunately, Battlefront 2, of course, it goes without saying, that game, biggest disappointment of the year, and the big and the most apologies and the most disrespect your fan base and your consumers. I mean, unfortunately, it is what it is. It is pretty much the title that drove me to try something different, to go to try the Switch, just because I was tired of, if this is where gaming is going from, is going
then
for.
Screw gaming.
I'm gonna, I'm just gonna stick to the, the classics, to the originals. So
I would give it, because it's not all great. Some of the titles that they did release, I wasn't a big fan of Gravity Rush 2.
Gravity Rush,
that was one of the early ones for January.
Apparently, Wolfenstein, you weren't a big fan either.
Yeah, but that's multi-platform.
No,
that's not the same as
no, just kidding.
He was going to say multiplayer. Did you hear that?
I know. I thought he was going to say multiplayer. Yeah. There's no multiplayer.
Multi-platform.
No, Wolfenstein's all right.
Gran Turismo.
Oh my God!
Locking a bunch of stuff behind being online only.
This is ridiculous. What the hell?
Yeah,
What the hell happened to Gran
That's a bad
Turismo?
taste. Yeah, I don't know.
What the hell happened to Gran Turismo? Used to be that was the de facto, racing game.
I guess the developers thought, hey, what if we tried this?
So you can't.
Or they probably did a lot of
if you don't have an online connection.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's a very, very stupid choice. I don't know what they went with there.
It kind of reminds me a bit of Need for Speed Rivals.
Yeah, so that's...
Need for Speed Rivals was not great. Oh, no, wait, not Rivals, the last one. What was the last one?
I don't know. Oh, Need for Speed? Oh, the one was...
Yeah, the forgettable one. It also had microtransactions. It's also EA, so fuck EA. Surprisingly enough...
Are you talking about the recent one that just came out?
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed.
Payback.
Thank you. Assassin's Creed, bro. Assassin's Creed is the
title.
surprise of the year, apparently.
Yes.
Apparently it's great.
I'm actually considering it for myself.
I will have to see.
I am too, because I missed Syndicate, and I did not like Unity.
Yes.
Yeah. I did not like any other one. Okay. But.
So, I mean, I would go as far as I'd give them an A-.
A-.
I'd give Sony an A-.
I was thinking the same thing, too.
Yeah.
I was thinking the same thing. Yeah, definitely.
It has some good games.
I mean, it had a ridiculous,
it's just
ridiculous lineup.
When it went off, it was like on fire. I could not. It disrupted my gaming. I could not beat a game because I already wanted to play the other one.
I love how we only went by game wise, but not actually the console itself.
The console's been out for a while.
The Pro
that came out last year.
The Pro came out last year. It is selling. It is cool that they're still calling that thing 4K, even though not really. Haha.
4K.
Yeah, I like it.
I still don't like. To me, the casing of the console feels a little flimsy to me.
The console itself.
The casing. The casing.
Oh, the casing.
Oh,
no, I think it feels
the PS4 that I have now is my second one. My first one broke after one fall.
Oh, wow.
After one fall?
Well, why is it falling? Why is it falling in the first place?
I don't know how.
I think your cat has something to do with this. I would blame the cat.
But,
I don't think that's
but that does happen. I mean,
I know that's not their fault.
I've never dropped a console. I mean, I've destroyed games.
I mean, it does
have
happen.
Thrown a console. I actually threw a PlayStation 2.
What? Yes. You? Sir, but you are the epitome of peace.
I know. Hey,
you're like the Gandhi of gaming.
Let me tell you.
How does this happen?
There are moments. I'm going to tell you how it happens. you suppress long enough, and you will eventually blow.
But what's funny is that
imagine.
probably
Wow.
lasted, right? You probably picked it up, plugged back in, and it worked just
No,
fine.
I
Unless
threw it.
you-
I didn't drop it. I threw it.
Wow.
So it went like full speed into the floor.
This
And
is
it was
This is
a PlayStation
breaking
2.
news here. I feel like
this is
So
not
There's a
breaking.
he
path.
probably
Yeah.
waited a week and then went to the store and got a new one.
No, I can't remember what it was. I think it was like some sort of personal argument. I'm not gonna get into it, but it was just like, and it was done. It was done, gone.
congratulations, PlayStation. Got A-, A-, so triple A.
Triple A
Triple A
minuses.
minuses. That's
But
actually probably gonna be the
sometimes
best
it
score that we're gonna
Probably.
have here.
Let's just head right into the fire here, guys. The Xbox One.
Xbox.
Xbox One.
Microsoft Xbox.
So where do we begin?
Where do we begin?
Hey,
indeed?
they had Halo Wars this year. Halo Wars 2, excuse me.
All right,
Yeah,
so
Halo
all right,
Wars 2.
so we're gonna start this fully.
Yeah.
All jokes aside, no. we
Gears
can't.
of War 4.
No, that came out
last
like
year.
2 years
That was last
ago.
year, yeah. Was that 2 years ago? Oh, that was last year.
I think it was last year.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe,
It's
maybe
kind of
right.
hard to think of what games have come
All
out
right,
for
so
recently.
where to begin? All right, let me start with the good one. Because since
Go
I'm
ahead.
gonna,
By all means, go ahead.
the Xbox One X is a beautiful system. It is a beautiful piece of engineering, and I'm not saying this as no, you're such a fanboy. No. I'm saying this as a person that knows components. From being a PC enthusiast, and from seeing the engineering that had gone into that machine is second to none. I mean, we're talking about a machine that is smaller than any of the other consoles except for the Wii I was going to say the Wii U, except for the Switch, but still feels hefty because it's packed to the brim.
Question though, did you see the breakdown?
Yeah, I've seen the breakdowns.
Did you see it?
It has the vapor chamber idea is fantastic. The fact that they literally mold the I think is something that has to do with the voltage of each individual machine that gets sold out. I mean, it's like they must be losing a shit ton
Yeah, I
of
was gonna
money
say,
on
that's making a
every.
hole,
Didn't they
yeah.
think
It's supposed to be making a huge hole, but I gotta give it props for them committing to it because they were saying, you know what, we're tired of being the inferior console. We don't want the title anymore. So when they say, they're gonna release the next title, they went almost just next gen level of improvement.
I'd say
on that system. Well,
I would say it's borderline overcorrection.
Well, it's fine. It's okay. Again, they wanted to be. They didn't want to be the best, the most powerful machine. They wanted to go like all freaking out, and
That's
they
what I'm
did.
saying,
Yeah, it was overkill. Yeah,
No, overcorrection, not overkill. Because overkill would say, "Oh, not that." To me, when I hear overkill, it's like saying, "Okay, they did it, and now they're back." You know what I'm saying?
Well,
and
no, I'm not saying it
they
that way.
did it.
I say
That's
it
what I'm
in
saying.
a sense of,
Overcorrection.
if they was for, but see, if they had, which is the next portion that I was gonna bring.
Okay.
If they have the titles to back this up, that's it. Game over. This is the console of this year. If they had the games for it, I'm talking about not just the third parties, but also really strong first parties,
yeah.
which they are never going to have. I'm sorry.
They're looking into
I'm
it
sorry.
now.
They say
Yeah.
they're looking into it, but I just don't see it happening because let's see what they have for the. So we have Scalebound, and when that came out,
canceled this year,
Oh,
too,
wait
yeah.
a minute, that's right.
Yeah, it got
Scalebound got canceled, but that's okay because Crackdown 3 came out, and then
wait.
shit, that
Delayed.
was also delayed into next year, wasn't it? So
Halo Wars 2.
we have Halo Wars 2 for all that matters.
I'm trying to help you guys. Just saying.
Quantum Break. I think
that was last year.
Yeah, that was last year.
So again,
Forza 7,
Forza 7 came out. Excuse me, this year,
Cuphead.
and Cuphead is like literally
Their only
the
exclusive.
only exclusive
shining
that is
exclusive,
that
yeah.
is excuse me, they're carrying this console, and that's a huge shame. There was no exclusive whatsoever. Don't matter if the E3
And
presentation.
the worst.
Oh, that's another thing. The E3 presentation was the biggest BS I have seen since 2006 Sony, because they keep putting exclusive on everything. It's even stuff that it was not really gonna be an exclusive, or even stuff that is, it was. It
Don't
wasn't gonna
forget
come out
that
until next.
their old exclusives are now
And that's
Not
the,
coming
exclusives,
to
yeah.
and that's
are
the-
now because
They're
Dead
part of
Rising
Play
was their
anyway.
I
only
appreciate-
exclusive. Not anymore.
I appreciate the fact that you are taking time to do the backward compatibility, and you're doing the backwards compatibility well. You're doing it good. You are also taking the games that came out recently, and you're upgrading it to 4K. And yes, they look beautiful. And yes, there is a reason to play those games if you haven't played it. The problem is, I already played those games. I already played Gears of War. Gears of War, I enjoyed the crap out of it when I played it on my PC, because I didn't want to play it on on my Xbox One, because I didn't want the inferior experience. I wanted 60, full scale 60. I will go as far as to say I appreciate the fact that I can play their exclusive on my PC, because if I can fixture that if I can actually choose between my PC and an Xbox One X, where I can play on the big screen and it's not an inferior experience, hell yeah, I'm gonna go for that. And you're giving me 2 versions of the game for the price of 1. Thank you. That is awesome. Sony will never do that for me. That said, you brought absolutely nothing to the
This
table.
year
You know what I
has
feel
Nothing.
though?
Barren as
Nothing.
all get out.
You
Yes.
know- No game whatsoever.
What I feel though is that this console's more towards like people who love shooters, first person shooters as well.
Well, can you say
'Cause I've
that
seen-
now, though?
It's because I've
Yeah.
seen a lot more people
can still say
who
it.
play shooters on Xbox more than
They
PlayStation.
have their
It's
devoted
known
There
for
was,
that.
well.
I mean, look
I
at
feel
their
like that was the
controllers.
vestiges of the 360, though, more than
Yeah.
the
Well,
Xbox One
look
X.
at their controllers. They have an Elite control specifically for like
When did
that come out?
shooters.
Huh?
That didn't come out this year, right?
No, that came out last
was.
year, and and their controllers are fantastic.
Yeah.
I will
It's
deny.
meant for more shooter based, so I think like their console's more catered to people who like that.
It shouldn't be though.
That
It shouldn't
yeah,
be
the
that.
problem
I know,
with
but
that
it's what
is
I
that's
see
slimming.
all the time.
That's basically saying we're going to go to this niche group. Well, you can't be a console manufacturer and cater to a niche group.
Yeah.
If you could, the Wii U would have been more successful. So obviously that's not how you would.
But we see what's happening now.
Well, I don't know. I have no idea. Do we have any numbers to the Xbox One X as far as
Not that
we don't?
Not
I
that
have
I
no
know,
idea.
of, but I can
I know
imagine
that-
it doing well.
I know that the
We haven't
Xbox
heard
One
Yet.
last number that we had was probably over a year ago now, because they have yet to release anything past that, and
Of
it was
course,
at like
because why would
30 million.
they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which technically at that point, and even if we go with whatever, it's
Do you
still
know-
technically doing pretty
Yeah.
well.
Do you know how many units the Xbox One X sold on day one?
No, that's what I'm saying. They haven't released any numbers.
No, they haven't.
released
They
any
haven't
numbers
released
whatsoever.
any number.
And we are in
again,
December, and then I'm probably going to have to.
They're not gonna
yeah.
because
So-
exactly. There's not gonna. And you know what the sad thing is that I prefer. I love my consoles, but if I had to pick an ecosystem that has given me more. And this is because I'm coming from 360. I love the ecosystem of Xbox because it's easier to handle friend lists, to jump into a game, to have the things that the Xbox offers outside of gaming are phenomenal.
So-
Unfortunately, you're not focusing so far. I mean, you say you are now, but you release a console where the
So
only
what I found
exclusive
out
that
just
you
now-
have to show your 4K capabilities was freaking Cuphead. And all the other titles are just remastered versions of older games.
So what I just found though, like, it says that the Xbox One X sells 80,000 in the UK alone.
No, it
Units.
was
I know.
selling. Yeah, absolutely.
They were selling day one.
absolutely.
That's what I was
It
asking
wasn't
about
garbage.
numbers.
You know, it had decent numbers. I'm just
Yeah, but
saying.
we're not
I
going to
mean,
know what the total numbers are. That's what.
It- I'll
We
tell you
will
what.
eventually.
It more than doubled
Eventually.
the amount of of PlayStation Pros. So that
Oh, yeah,
that's a feat. That's a feat to consider. Yes, considering that again, with no games, with no new games on this. On
It's just a
this,
new way to play. That's what That's what kind of
It
brought
is,
people
and
in,
it's
so.
amazing that they sold that much.
So,
It's amazing.
what will we grade the Microsoft Xbox
If I had to get
One for
I would
2017?
say D minus. The only reason I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt and not giving it a straight up F and did not pass or withdrawn, it was because I really like the idea of the Xbox One X. I don't think it should be costing $500 right now, but again, it came out at that price. It's gonna go down this year. I guarantee it. Put the seal on it. I'm telling you, it is gonna be $400 before the end of the year. But you just need the games, man. You just need to show me what to bring with that.
I won't be as dire. What do you give it? D minus?
D minus, bro.
Wow.
I was gonna give it a D. I'll give it a D plus. Working towards a C minus.
Mine,
Working towards the
mine
Z.
kind of is a C because
A C.
I have one. You know, I have the Xbox One S.
And
a
you're
really
enjoying
the
nice
S.
one. It's a really it's the
beautiful.
gray one. It's really nice.
Nice.
And I don't play it much because I don't have many games for it.
Yeah.
I got it
I already
because
played all
to
the
play
games I wanted
with
to
my
play with.
brothers, you know, and one, they don't really have exclusives except for Recore and Sunset Overdrive.
Sunset. Oh, that was actually a very good game from them too. It's a shame. All right. Well, so we got a D minus, a C, and I give it a D plus, working towards a C
All right.
minus.
So I think they did better than I anticipated it was gonna do with this group.
And also,
I
to
agree.
anyone
Yeah.
listening, we're not really bashing on them. It's just
No.
No.
Not at all.
I don't
recalling
want
of what they've done through the year.
I have never wanted Microsoft to fail.
No.
You know,
No, I don't want it to either.
I love the 360, and I love what they did on that generation. It's just
I
they
agree.
need to refocus. They need to redouble.
You know,
their efforts.
Microsoft is good with, their computers part. I do hope that they really am gonna succeed in their gaming.
Speaking of computers,
We're gonna
let's
rate
go to the PC. Hey,
Do we?
it's a platform. I don't know how we're going to do this.
I don't know how we can grade a PC.
It's gonna be. You know what? It's not gonna be A's.
Is there
It's
any-
gonna be S's all around.
All right.
Wow.
You're using the Japanese grade system. I like it. Put it there.
S's.
So-
That's actually very funny.
Yeah. All right. Well, what can be said about the PC? PC, yeah, it's gonna be the most powerful, but of course the ports, some of them are gonna be terrible. So
Yes.
I'm gonna give it a C. What would you give, Seth?
I don't know. I'm just giving it a B. I don't have no idea.
All right, good. You know what? C plus. Go ahead, you.
Yeah, about a B.
There you go. All right.
Yeah.
And with
'Cause
that,
We
the
got
thing is, it was
CBBs.
a PC, yes, is considered
hey, let's do
console.
mobile now. That'd be fun.
Because if you put
Actually, it's
that
gonna get
logic
better.
that a PC is still considered a console, then we'd have to be grading our phones.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Let's go. Let's do mobile now.
Mobile,
No.
I'd give it a C.
Yeah.
A C minus.
D.
Yeah.
There you go, D.
There you go. All right. Well, we have a couple comments here before we wrap this up. I did want to bring up Mr. Fariello posted in here. He said, I'm going to be honest and upfront. I've only played PC out of all of these this year. I played Xbox One at my friend's house 2 to 3 times, and I've only played Castlevania Shadow of the Night? Symphony of the Night. I'm sorry, Symphony of the Night.
yes.
And Slam Rancher on it. He put an acronym, so I was just like, wait a minute, let me figure that out. From what I see, the Switch is the winner of the year. However, PC Master Race, bitches.
My man. High five you through the microphone.
Giovanni was
Brofist.
going to send us an audio clip, but he didn't. All he did say was say,
Throw it under the bus. Thank you.
Hey, no, I'm not trying to throw it
Hey,
on the bus.
Giovanni, you were going to bring us something, but you didn't. So
I'm
suck
sorry.
it.
Hey, look,
That's the way we treat our members.
I miss his sultry voice sometimes.
yeah, yeah.
it's-
We
it's
need to
what it
have him
is.
on the show. Is what we
do.
need to do.
He said, I'll give you a preview. This year was a massacre. That was it.
I know what he's talking about.
I know what he's talking about too.
And he's not
Because he
wrong.
posted a link to Sony has sold over 70.6 million units worldwide. And then Omar Torres chimed in with, in order, PC, Xbox, Nintendo, PS4.
What? PC?
Xbox, Nintendo, PS4.
Wait, that's what order from bad to best?
He didn't say. So
I think it would be
Let me see.
from,
Let's decide for this. PC first, Xbox second,
Yep.
Nintendo third,
Yep.
and PlayStation 4. I think this goes from bad to good because they say PlayStation's the best, Nintendo second,
I think
Kind of our order,
Xbox
right?
somehow made it third, and PC is the worst. So
But
he
you know,
hates
it-
PCs basically.
it is also
Okay.
personal opinion.
Yeah.
'Cause Like I
It
said,
is. Oh,
my-
definitely. We can still make fun of him though.
I know, because I know my brothers will say the same exact thing. That
Yeah.
they would prefer Xbox more than.
That's well, yeah,
because it's personal
yeah.
opinion.
There you go. That's all I have. That's a lot of the comments.
All
just
right,
kinda
well
talk with each
let's
other.
wrap this bitch up because I want to see the
PlayStation thing that's coming on. Yes, absolutely. All right, guys.
5 minutes.
Well, that brings us to the end of the very long episode 85,
very-
the real episode
very
85.
productive.
Very productive.
Yeah, not
we covered
long.
a lot of
Yeah.
information. This is Arnaldo, a.k.a. a.k.a. Mad Dog, signing off for this
guy.
week.
He's like, yeah,
AKA
he's stalling.
Mr.
He became Canadian for a second there.
Hey. No.
Hey,
Is it
this
A?
is
Yeah, it is.
David, aka not Mad Dog, Miss Shadow. Take us home.
Take us home, Shadow. 24/7.
Honestly, I saw that Monster Hunter World finish downloading, so I cannot wait to try it when I get home.
There you
She's
go.
trying to get it. All right.
And with that,
We'll see you guys next week.
GG!